Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
Welcome to the GRG podcast. What's up, everybody? What's happening? What's going on? The GRG podcast is live. It's in full effect. And as you can see, I am the only handsome brother on this show. So therefore, I will be seen. And I will have to be repping. Yes. And you know what? If you don't want to see this Ram hat, that's fine. You don't have to see the Rams hat. You don't have to see the Rams hat. You don't have to see that. Hold on. Let me change this for you. Oh yeah, let me change this for you.
So glad I'm not looking at the screen.
And I can put this on for you. You know what I'm saying? It's choose your part. You know what? Since my squad is going to the SEC, I can do this for you. Whichever one you want is what you get. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna start it off. We're gonna start off with these Rams about to go out here and do some work, do the Lord's work. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Because it's house money.
The funny thing about that, K-Mega, is that a lot of people doubted the Rams in the beginning of this year, man.
Hell, I doubted them
this season. So
I doubted them.
I mean, we all doubted them. I mean, they were what, 3-6?
Yeah,
they were 3-6, bro.
Yeah.
Now they're 10-7.
Tragic. But anyway, man, this is crazy. Great. This is great. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a fantastic playoffs. Oh my God, man, my brother is back. Man, it is fantastic to see him. Hold on, let me try to get this up here right now, man. Look at my brother has returned. Yo, man. Oh shit, hold on, hit my mic. Now my mic ain't gonna work for the rest of the night. Yo, my main man, he sit there and said, peace, love, life, love you, brother, welcome back. And y'all send love to Mama Mega. Yes, thank you so much, brother, man, appreciate it. Before I get to the introductions, I do want to let people know, of course, we took our break. And you know, so we took our little month break, but I had videos planned. I was finna start Fight Night Sunday, all this other stuff. Still finna continue to do the podcast with Ham, crossover and all that stuff. And then at Thanksgiving, my mom had a stroke. 3 weeks before that, she had a heart attack. And so she was in the hospital. Then they moved her to a home. And then we thinking that she was getting ready to get out. And then they gave her the prognosis of she's having like 4 to 6 months to live. And then my mom didn't want to stay at the home. She was like, I refuse. I want to go back home. And so I had to move with her. So I had to stay with her. I've been with her this whole time. After GRG or whatever, that's when we say she made the decision. And so I've been with her the whole time. And I just got home last night. And so because I had to make a guarantee that she had to guarantee me that she had to get stronger to where she can be on her own. Plus, I got some cameras in the house. I can watch her at any moment, at any time. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? I've been hitting her and bugging her all day. We had to test it out. But yeah, no. She was like, boy, if you don't stop hitting me. You know what I'm saying? And so her mean ass ain't going nowhere.
Like, what are you doing over there? In the corner?
Wait, do you have the intercom system so you can easily talk to her on the intercom instead of call on the phone? Good.
Yeah. And so it got an alarm system. I went ahead and I got life alert for all that stuff, you know, so to give her everything that she needs because she wants to be alone. That's her thing. She wants to have her freedom, stuff like that. And she got stronger. So big shout out to her for doing that. And it makes sense. I would want to do the same thing because she begged me, don't let me die in this nursing home. And I'm like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to be a caretaker, that, you know, there was a lot of work to do, you know what I'm saying? And to see things that I was not supposed to see as a son. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it was, but you know, that's what it is. And so, you know, but so shout out, thank you, Yobi. And for anybody else that knows about the situation with my mom. So, you know what I'm saying? Wish her, you know, like I said, I'm watching her. I got her on monitor right now. So, and she moves around a lot for somebody who was an amputee. Her ass get to moving. She is, that thing is always the motion detector. So like, I'm like, where did she go now? And so anyway, but that's the gist of it. That's what I've been doing. So if people ain't seen me online, trust me, I've been gaming. I just, I wasn't playing like the big story games like I would play around this time of year. I wanted to shoot people and I wanted to throw passes and hit people. And I wanted to try to learn how to play some NBA 2K. So I was all casual mode for this whole time being off, but you know what I'm saying? But I've been enjoying my time. As you should be. Yeah, as I should be. So anyway, but that's what's going on. That was my situation. But fight night will start, if not Friday night, I mean on the 26th, when Tekken 8 drops, it will be on the 27th. And then I will have a 2 special and then we'll have Fight Night Sunday on the 28th. Fight Night Sunday will be back, but it's just a little bit later since now everything is rolling the way it's supposed to. So yeah, no, but good to be back to talk about some games. Haven't been able to do it for a minute. Like I said, I've been low profile, but here we are. And Yobi, thank you so much. And man, we're glad that you're back, brother. I know that the situation that you went through, but man, you had to clear your head, and man, sometimes you just got to do that. So, all right, man. Speaking of clearing your head, somebody that needs to get his head knocked off. I don't know why he's here, but he just keeps coming back. Sir X-Man, what the hell are you doing?
Damn. I thought I was savage. That was some savagery.
Oh, man. Sir X-Man, you there? Look. See? There we go. There we go. And of course, Ham Solo would love this because he keeps talking to me to try to go somewhere else. And, you know, I don't know, Sir X-Man. I appreciate it. So let me just go to...
I think he's still messing with his Cat 6 cable.
It was working. He was talking fine. Why is he still... This is the problem with old folk, with real old folk, right? Like, they got a problem. They just fidget with stuff. They wiggle stuff. They just move stuff. They ain't no need for all that. They don't need all that. Anyway, so anyway, well, we'll just let the camera sit here until he comes back. If not, then I'm going to have to expel him for the rest of the show because I am not going to work these cameras. And then he pops back in.
How you going to do that? You going to say Expelliarmus?
Oh, yeah. I got the block button. I can block anybody I want to. I can choose. Anyway, I will do Ferro out of here, Aldo. You know what I'm saying? He's out of here. So let's go here to the next person, the next bum right here, the man who's over here. He's been pouting. You know what I'm saying? We got to get him in high spirits. And I understand why he's pouting. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation is in dire straits right now. There's deception. The last show of GRG last year in 2023, the man said he was ready to sign a contract. He might as well just go ahead and do it because Sony is in some trouble. I don't care what any of these stands tell you or anybody else tell you. They are in some damn trouble. But Dark Optimus, what's going on with you, brother? There he is. Yeah.
I think I lost you for a second there.
No, I'm here.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not much, man. Just chilling. Just looking for work. You know, trying to make it, trying to survive. You know, it's been crazy.
Definitely understand that. Been there, done that.
Ponies always get jobs, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, bro. I know the feeling, my friend. I know the feeling.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is depressing. This is supposed to be a celebration. Why is it so doom and gloom?
I was gonna be like tonight, but I was just like, well.
No, man. We're gonna talk some
I don't know
games.
if anybody else was gonna be here.
Oh
Like
yeah.
me, I ain't got nothing else to do, right?
Y'all sure the
Yeah,
hell
pretty
don't.
much.
Y'all, hell yeah. Y'all broke bastards. Help them. Give them $1. Give them $2. Give them something. You know what I'm saying? Go to the Sir X-Man and Dark Autumn Fun. Help these brothers out. You know what I'm saying? Give them a sandwich if you see them in California and Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Go. You know what I'm saying? Give them a can of soup.
I'm retiring. I'm not gonna worry about this shit. I'm getting my pension. Fuck that. I ain't ever working again.
Sir X-Man wants saltine crackers with a tomato
Oh
soup.
my god,
that's what he likes.
Listen,
I'm eating good, dude. I'm eating good.
All you guys gotta know is that I'm not Dre. Okay, I'm not Dre. All right.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh my god. Let's go. Don't be that. Don't be that dude. Don't be that.
I don't beg. Okay.
No man. No, that's good. We know the spirit in you. So anyway,
I don't either.
Stuff. So what you been playing, Dart? What you been playing, brother?
I've been playing mostly like old games, man. I haven't really played. I started Elden Ring again. Got to, oh man, I think I got to like, I'm almost to the third or fourth boss right now. The main boss. So I'm just kind of taking my time through that. I'm also playing. I played the demo of Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Thought that was good.
You thought, okay.
I was like, that was decent. You know, I like the whole Metroidvania thing that they have going on with it, which is cool. But I think the real game that I'm like actually excited for is Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. That game.
I've been seeing a lot of people post
I've been playing the demo, man. Whew, it's a good game. Like just from the demo alone, I was just like, man, they need to come out with this game already, like today. But
it comes out
gotta wait.
When in March? February, March?
No, it comes out at the end of this month.
Oh, okay. All right. So there is a pretty stacked slate coming out at the end of the month. I know it's definitely starting at the beginning of the month. But really,
I would say it starts with Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
But you know, the ponies would say, no, it starts with The Last of Us Part 2 remastered.
They will say that, won't
they? You know that's what they'll say.
Oh, of course that's what they're gonna say.
Starts with The Last of Us. No, you can't count that. I didn't count when they did that with Uncharted. I didn't do that.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's pretty tragic.
The year did not start with a remaster.
No, it does not start with a remaster. All right, man. Well, good to see you back, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up, brother. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
for sure, man.
Xbox got you. Xbox brothers got you back, man. You know what I'm saying? In your time of need, there was not a PlayStation dude there. Remember who has been there for you.
Actually, the funny thing is, there was actually a couple of PlayStation guys that.
Stop lying. We got to go. Okay, let's go to the next person right here. We ain't gonna talk about it. Oh man, well, shout out to them, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's good shit. That's good that the community does come to people and you know what I'm saying, and be there for them in their time of need, man, for sure. It doesn't matter what platform they're playing on. So you know what I'm saying, but shout out. All right, man, let's go on to the next sucker right here. Since like I said, nobody wants to show their face, and we all know why. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I come on here and you know, I mean, I'm not dressed all dapper. I just got this Stan Lee shirt that has all the Marvel characters in here. You know what I'm saying? That's just something, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm looking kind of dapper when they see this Ram stuff because everybody here is a football fan. Well, I don't know. Viper might not be. I don't know what Viper is. Viper might be a tennis guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what he is. I don't know. Viper, what sport do you like, if any?
He likes ping pong.
I'll tell you what I'm saying. Rack-a-mo, pickleball. That's what he likes.
He loves that real soccer, you know, the one with the nets, you know, soccer. That's his football.
Okay.
Oh, hey. Anyway,
I mean, he is Brazilian, so it makes sense.
He is
right.
Yes, because he has the wrong flag every time he shows. He got the Brazilian flag. Shout out to Brazil.
I hate you all. Anyway, so I don't really like sports. I used to be into basketball, hockey, and wrestling. I don't care anymore. because these are overpaid little babies that just whine and complain. They go on strike. They do the littlest amount of stuff, and then they get paid millions and millions of dollars and get all these endorsement deals. When the real people that need to get the money, like our teachers in this society, they're the ones that need it. Like our healthcare workers need the money. The people who do things on a regular basis to help out the community and help out society as a whole, they're the ones that need the money more often. So I do not care about sports. I don't care about people cheering for sports. I don't care about any of that crap. But anyway, on a lighter note,
Wow.
I'm doing just fine.
All right,
I'm
man.
actually getting ready to go take my state exam on Tuesday.
Congratulations.
The unfortunate thing is that today started the day of this heavy, heavy snow, and my God, whew,
I know it's a mess out there, ain't it?
it is. And then here's the thing: Sunday, that's gonna be Sunday is gonna be negative. Yeah, well, it's actually gonna start off in terms of the wind chill being negative, and then it's gonna get even worse. I think the lowest that it's gonna drop is -12 in terms of the wind chill,
Yeah.
and
That ain't
negative.
too bad.
Well, no, wind chill that'll get to your bones.
Yeah.
I know.
What are you talking about? It ain't too bad, man. You've been
Dude,
in the South.
I used to work.
I used
to work in Chicago, living here for 52 years of my life.
No. Hold on, man. Let's
And
get
I'm
something
back.
straight here.
I'm good.
Okay, yeah. But you was in a warmer climate in Memphis. Listen,
Yeah, down there.
you know what I'm saying? I worked in cold weather too. You know what I'm saying? And chilled to the bone. But you say anything under, your ass is gonna feel it. Trust me. If you go out of state and you feel that cold, it ain't the same as how the cold felt in the South. So don't do that, because you're old.
We'll have this discussion later. We'll have this discussion.
Yeah,
later.
you talk about that ain't
All
nothing.
right.
Wait till that cold ass air hit them bones. You Jesus Lord,
Dude.
listen, Lord.
I think Sir X-Man is
I've
so old
worked-
he just can't feel it, dude.
I
That's
know.
what
I
it is.
remember how
I've worked out there and did 14 hours and 80 below zero, dude.
Man,
I've been there.
that was 30 years ago. You can't do that now,
Wasn't no
man.
damn
the weather
30
has
years.
changed, dude.
What were you? That was back in the 1800s, man. What are you talking about?
He was walking with Jesus when you was doing that, man.
You
Stop
know,
that.
some of us
I ain't remember that.
in that
You're
warm
walking with
climate in
Jesus.
California
Oh, man.
are like us in the central. You know what I'm saying? Some people
Yeah.
getting warm weather all year long.
Yeah,
That
there
You
is
know
go.
who we talking about? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we talking about that sucker now. It's all right.
But
So
then
he
again, don't forget he has to deal with the earthquakes too. So I mean,
yeah,
That's
no,
true.
I don't. You can have those. I'll take a tornado any day of the week.
Honestly, we don't get them very often, to be honest. Like, we
I'll take a
don't get
tornado
them
any day of the
a
week.
ton.
Yeah.
No earthquake.
Dark. That's because it's building up for the big one.
Oh my
It's
god.
building up. It's just building up.
California's
See.
falling in the ocean.
Y'all doing too much. Anyway,
Damn.
all right. Any games that you've been playing before we move on to Ham so we can get started?
Yes, actually, I've been playing Immortals of Avium. That is a good game.
Nice.
It is a really good
And,
game. Solid game.
And then I did download the demo for Tekken 8. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Oh, whatever.
And then I'm ready to download the demo for Prince of Persia because I did see the reviews on that. It looks good. So yeah, gonna be dealing with that stuff. But right now I'm in the process of just trying to get the rest of my stuff that I have in storage to go into my new place that I moved into, and then
Congratulations, bro.
Congratulations.
yeah. And so I'm just trying to get all the stuff I can get from the military that is owed to me.
All right, good deal. We didn't want to hear all your damn life story, only mine, because I'm the host. Anyway, good deal. No, we're happy for you, brother. All right, but last but not least, move on to this sucker, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was trying to look for me, but I was making sure that I stayed hidden from this dirty rascal. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, Ham Solo?
What about me?
You missed yours.
You missed yours.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, I'll get you. Let me sit there and see if there he is. We hear the mic.
Yeah.
What's going on? I'm saying what's happening, man. Say what's up. Say what's happening.
No, hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Y'all are really gonna sit there and act like this man, Sir X-Men, with them frostbitten ass feet. He got them frostbitten ass feet. Got that spawn-like skin. This man can withhold.
Yeah.
This man can withhold high levels of cold. Negative. This man came from the time.
I've worked outside for over 25 years. Whatever the weather was, when I was working 20 years in Chicago, that's what the weather was.
Man, I've worked outside. I've worked outside since I've been 12. And you know what?
Yeah.
When they say wind chill.
Oh, it ain't no joke, dude.
Man, I don't care what you talk about. It ain't anyway. What's going on with you, Ham?
He got them land before time feet.
Oh man, no, bruh. Did you?
Dang! Damn!
Did you know Sir X-Man got webbed hands too? He got webbed fingers. That's why he never throws his hands up. If you notice that, he got webbed fingers.
He walked on this earth before Jesus.
Crap. I'm gonna let him sing. I'm a little teapot. Keep that shit up.
Hey man, I ain't the suck out here talking about
low fell for that. Low fell for that.
I ain't singing none of that trash. Oh man, but anyways, I just woke up a little bit ago. That's why it took me so long to get on camera. Took a little nap in between the podcasts, but I've been playing a ton of different games. Figment is one of them. I'm just starting Figment 2. I played the first one. It was a really good game, surprisingly. Let's see what else. Yeah, that just recently came out on Game Pass. Call of Duty is another one I've been playing. Ark, Survival Ascended, The Finals, Immortals of Avium. Been playing a little bit of that. Rocket League, RoboCop, and Strider and Starfield. That's it.
Oh,
did you say
where you got that playing that Strider?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. You playing the 2013 Strider?
Let's see.
That was on Xbox One, PlayStation.
2014, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good game. That boss is a biatch, though.
Oh, I know. I remember that.
Oh, that boss is a problem. But that's a really good game. So, good deal. So, what's been going on since I've been gone, Ham? What you been doing other than just gaming and whatever else? I know that you've been doing any guest appearances or anything that you've been at.
I've been actually working on doing videos for my channel and stuff like that. Yeah, doing more videos. Trying to hit different targets, different audiences. Trying to just become a better creator. Been still getting over. Man, I feel like I've been like coughing for like months, like a month and a half at this point now. But I'm finally like to the end of the road of being sick, which is fantastic. Everything's going good other than the weather is going crazy. I've been kind of asking for it.
Yeah.
I've been kind of asking for it. I wanted some snow, and I was like, man, we ain't got no snow. And then
that's your fault.
Hey, we got no. We got like a lot of
that's what's coming our way tomorrow. I mean Sunday and Monday, and then it's going to drop below 12 degrees here in Oklahoma. It's going to get nasty
today. It's a blizzard most of the day today here.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It was a blizzard. Then
I didn't leave the house at all.
Yeah, well, it's going to be crazy.
It was sunny skies and 58 out.
Hold on.
Goddamn PlayStation guy got to ruin it for everybody.
No. Hold on. Because yesterday in Oklahoma, it was 60 degrees, sunny, clear blue skies. Today, it was sunny, about 30 to 25 degrees. Tomorrow, all hell breaks loose, and then it's going to just turn to nothing. And this is what's crazy, because in the Panhandle, which is the crazy side, you don't ever want to live in the Panhandle. So sorry for anybody that's staying in the Panhandle. I wish I've been out there working out there. I don't know how y'all do it. That's another. You know what? I might move to the Panhandle because those people are so tough and different out there. It's crazy. Anyway, the Panhandle is going to have crazy snow. We're going to get sleet and rain and a little bit of snow, but mostly in the metro area of Oklahoma City, we usually get that ice rain, which trips me out when I hear people from.
They shut down everything. In the South.
Oh yeah. Just a little bit of snow that shuts it down. We don't deal with that shit. We don't know how to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? We can do with anything else, but you get a little put of snow and all that. No, anyway. And I didn't know that out there that y'all didn't get, like on the coast, that y'all don't get ice rain. You know, like sleet rain and stuff like that. We didn't know. But also in the southern, the southeast of Oklahoma, it's going to be thunderstorms. So we got all this shit happening on top of the it's going to be freezing below weather. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be 3 different things going on.
That's tornado time too, when you got the heat and the warm.
It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. So anyway, so that's crazy. So anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, well, no, Sir X-Man said he wanted to get his time. Lord have mercy. But let's hear it,
I
Sir
just got
X-Man.
one thing quick to say. I got my Tomb Raider downloaded, prepaid for, and it's ready to go on February 13th. I get it a day early to play.
All right.
That's it. I don't care about nothing else. Screw these other games the rest of this year.
What? Bruh. Okay,
What?
anyway. Speaking about that.
I'm a Tomb Raider junkie, man. That's the word I live in. Don't mess with me.
I know it, but you can't say all these games is coming out.
Why did I picture him in the corner just like shooting up Tomb Raider?
I know, right? All right. Okay. Let's get started. All right. So I will probably move number 1 to last or close to last, because this is something that I'm just fascinated about. I don't know if you guys will, but I want to get, because I want to kind of get through the show, because I know people, this is our first show back. We don't want to do a 3-4 hour show tonight. I don't. Anyway, thoughts about the Developers Direct, and what game are you most excited for? Let's go to the prettiest person here. K-Mega, what do you think? Well,
whatever.
No, let's go.
Dang.
Let's go to the ugliest person here. Handsome, what's going on, man? What do you think about the?
Dang.
No, Ham, what do you think about the direct, and what game are you most anticipating that you want to see and know more about?
I'd have to say Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Indiana Jones, just because we literally haven't heard anything about that. I mean, all that we've seen is like a hat on a table with a whip and shit like that. So that's what I'm excited to look forward to.
Okay. All right. Anything else like that sparked your interest other than that, or is it all just Indiana
of course,
Jones?
Avowed. I mean, I'm happy to see all the games that are going to be there, but I mean, you asked me what I'm most looking forward to seeing.
I did. You're right. I'm a horrible host.
Get your shit together, man.
Hey, man, it's been a month. You know what I'm saying? I got to warm up. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been talking games or nothing. I've been out of the loop. Only thing I can tell you is watch my Call of Duty gameplay and some other stuff. Sir X-Man, you'll be happy to know on my gameplay, I was playing some. You'll see some. What's that? Not Altered Beast. The fighting game with the animals. The fighting game you like so much.
Bloody Roar?
Bloody Roar. Yeah, Bloody Roar 3. That's what I was playing. Anyway.
Yeah, Bloody Roar is the shit.
Yeah, Bloody Roar is the shit. All right.
You're right.
Yeah. Watch your mouth.
Either you know what?
Viper.
You should try Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter, man, come on, man. I played Clay Fighter. I played Clay Fighter.
Eternal Champions?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, Eternal Champions, I hope Sega would bring back Eternal Champions. There's no doubt about that.
It's part of that super game thing that they're doing right now.
Well, I know that. That's why I'm excited about that, but not Clay Fighter. Ugh, come on, man. Clay Fighter. Clay Fighter was great at its time. I don't want to see Clay Fighter now.
Please don't bring back Clay Fighter.
Yeah. So, Viper, let me go to you, man. What is it from the from the developers direct that interests you the most?
Well, same as Ham. I like Indiana Jones. I definitely want to see that because I'm kind of shocked at Sir X Man saying that he's a Tomb Raider junkie when, like I said, Indiana Jones started it all. So, that should be on the top of everybody's list. I mean, the next thing that I want to see Avowed, because I am going to try to get into Pillars of Eternity and 1 and 2 before they release Avowed, and I'm really excited to see if there's going to be a stealth drop on the 18th.
Yeah, no, that is interesting. This might be a tradition. To where they might do.
They got so many studios for it.
They actually do. So that would be pretty interesting. All right. What about you? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, I was saying, I mean, what would you think in your mind? What would you think a stealth drop would be? Would it be a big game, or a small game?
It could be probably on the same level as High Five Rush. Like, we don't know what that game could be. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I think what the shadow drop would be. I don't think that they would ever shadow drop a massive game, because that game needs to be promoted in order to try to make sure it gets its money. So I don't think that
been promoted for the longest time.
Right. Well, okay. So you're talking about, like, for games that we know about already, could they shadow drop? Now that could be a possibility. Okay, so I'll give you one. Stalker 2.
Right. Stalker 2 could get shadow drop, or even Hellblade. Either those two.
I think Hellblade's
going to be in the fall.
It needs its promotion, right? Like, Hellblade needs that promotion to get out there, to let people. I don't know, and we'll see, because I mean, if Indiana Jones comes out at the end of the year, I mean, if Indiana Jones do come out in 2024, then I would think Indiana Jones would be an end of the year type of title, and I would think Hellblade
like in December
would
or something like that, right?
I agree.
Yeah, so I would think that Hellblade would come out before Indiana Jones, if Indiana Jones come out this year. So I think if there would be a shadow drop, for me, it would be Stalker 2. So I don't know. Let me go back and roll. Yeah, let me roll back to Ham on that. What do you think, if they're going to have a shadow drop? What game would you think that they would shadow drop, Ham?
Contraband.
Oh,
good one, dude. That's a good choice.
Wow.
That's a good choice.
Good choice.
That's a good choice, but we haven't seen it yet.
We haven't seen anything on it, just that teaser trailer.
We didn't see anything on Hi-Fi Rush either.
Well, that is true. That is true. You're absolutely right.
But no one knew about Hi-Fi Rush either, though. That shocked everybody. That game was a secret.
The only thing we knew about was
true.
something called Project Kabuki. That's the only thing we knew about. And Project Kabuki turned out to be Hi-Fi Rush. So, I mean, that was the rumblings that was going around in the industry before it even was announced.
Yeah. Okay. No, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Okay. All right. Let me go to you, Dark. The Direct. What is the most intriguing game for you, brother?
Oh, man. Probably Avowed.
Okay.
This is kind of the one I want to see the most. I didn't even know they were going to have a Direct, to be honest. been out of the loop a little bit here. The thing that I think that they could probably shadow drop, I honestly, I have no idea. I mean, I don't think they would shadow drop any of their big stuff. I think it would be something that, it would be something along the lines of like Hi-Fi Rush or something like that. I couldn't see them doing like a Hellblade or anything like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't see Hellblade at all. Like I said, that needs more promotion, even though they've talked about it since what, 2020? 2019?
Yeah.
2019? Yeah, I think that needs its promotion.
Actually, that was announced when they announced the
Series X.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, the Series X.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a game that I think they're putting all their bells and whistles into,
Okay.
As they should.
Yeah, as they should. As they definitely should. All right. Okay, Sir X-Man. your thing. What do you think, man? What are you most anticipating instead of sniffing Laura Croft's shorts?
Oh man.
I do something stupid, but I said I'm gonna be nice today. But nah, I am looking forward to the Indiana Jones. As far as the drop, I want it to be something like Hi-Fi Rush that nobody knew about, that ended up being a banger. It's only gonna be on their console. As for the like I say, I want it to be something we don't know about. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because Hi-Fi Rush dropped and it was a perfect game. Drop us something like that ends up being a really great game, but nobody knew about, and it was flawless. Okay. You know, if you can keep that momentum up, that sets you up for the rest of the year next year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop some names here. Project.
No, drop no name. This is my moment now. But I want them to drop so many games out from their studios. Where I said this on Boom Show Wednesday, I was on the show for a minute. To put out so many games that this would be the biggest release from a developer you know, Microsoft has all these developers, where this could be the biggest year of games from a single developer, and Microsoft owns all these, all these developers and publishes all these games from a single publisher in gaming history this year to break the record. You know, even higher than PlayStation back in the day, because PlayStation had a lot of third party. But I want you to drop that many games in 1 year and show a lot of them at your direct thing, and then, like I said, and then hit them hard.
But
because why? Because no one's ever no one gaming company has ever done that with games that they are developing under their umbrella. And to do that, you would change the narrative for this year and 2025. If you're gonna put yourself on the map, sorry, I'm about to give y'all some dirt. Be the behemoth that you are, that you ended up starting to turn into. You know, bury the competition and make yourself the future king. But I think we're going to see some good direct games, and I'm hoping there's a lot of them coming directly from Microsoft. Third party is fine, but bring a lot of games from your people. Even if some of them you got to share, just bring them. And that's it on that one.
Okay.
But Sir X-Man, the only thing that I will have to push back on is the fact that Bethesda and Activision and even Blizzard, they self-publish their own stuff under Microsoft. But I mean, so
Microsoft owns them now.
Right, they own them, but they still will be publishing under the name of either Bethesda or Activision Blizzard. They won't be publishing under Microsoft.
Oh, then you're going to have people out there saying, well, that wasn't published by Xbox or Microsoft. That was published by Bethesda. You know what? They're under Microsoft now. They were published by Microsoft. Eat it, take it. It's not coming to your console. It's only going to be on the Xbox, except for the Activision stuff. Let it go.
All right. So, so I'm gonna go ahead and push back on that a little bit, Sir X-Man, because
okay, it's fine.
Well, no, I just because I'm just going to say that we already had a game problem last year that most of us have not beat every game that we purchased or that we started playing last year. I mean, it kind of started back a couple of years ago, but it's definitely, last year was a monster game. It was a monster year for just games. And if you want Xbox to pump out more, aren't you cannibalizing, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, the growth of any of these games that's going to be coming out? Because let's just say that you got, let's just shits and giggles, Ham Solo said Contraband, right? Okay, so let's say that was a shadow drop. Contraband. You're going to have Hellblade. You're going to have Avowed. You're going to have I'm looking at it right now. Aura History Untold, and I don't know if that's an Xbox game or if that's a third party. I have no idea.
I think that's second party.
Okay, that's second party. Okay, then you're going to have all the games that's coming out from Persona, Metaphor, and other titles that we know, and then Stalker 2 and other titles that's going to be coming out with that. You know what I'm saying? That's marketed by Xbox or promoted through Game Pass. That's a lot, man. That's a lot because, like, yeah, Hellblade is not going to be as big. Hellblade is not going to be as big as Starfield, right? But then you also got the Starfield DLC, which hell, that's going to be 100 plus
Shattered Sky,
yeah. So
but in general, K-Mega, what I'm saying is, don't bring that. You got some little stuff in the works, that little companies that you own that are making games too. Look at Hi-Fi Rush. It was a smaller company that was part of Bethesda. Little things like that to come out, to add along with the big ones that you come out. And they're only on your consoles. They don't have to oversaturate the market like that, the thing like that. But also bring those out along with your big ones.
Well, don't forget about Redfall. Because if Redfall wasn't such a disaster when it first came out, we're talking about
it would have been. That would have been fourth.
That would have been another game on top of Forza. You know what I'm saying? That those games, there was not a game that was small that you could just beat that Xbox dropped this year, except for, and even Hi-Fi Rush took 30 to 40 hours to beat. And if you was a completionist, that was going to take like 60 hours to beat. So anywhere from, I would say from, it's according to how good you were with the rhythm and stuff like that, I would say from 30 to 60 to beat. So like, that's a lot of time spending on those games. And that's only 5 games? So you're talking about wanting Xbox to bring out more than 5 games a year, bring out the biggest amount of games that they've ever done. I feel that that's cannibalizing itself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's going to play. And that's generally how everything is anyway. But people will pick and choose what they want to play. But if everybody wants to dabble with, if everything that Xbox drops looks like it's something that they want to play, they're just not, they're going to be caught. They're going to be caught in a situation like they were in 2023 and trying to catch up to 2024 when 2025 comes. Do you get what I'm saying?
They still got games they're developing for 2025. You know what I'm saying? They still got games that we don't know about that they're still developing, K.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just saying.
They say they're looking forward. I'm just saying, how many other gaming companies over these years have cannibalized so many games on their specific console platforms?
They don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't, and they shouldn't. Like Nintendo came out in 2022. They had a monster year of content, but they separated enough to where, because they knew also that not everybody was going to play, the one RPG, the open world RPG that they had. Then they had Pokemon, and then they had Metroid and stuff like that. So like they separated those games long enough to where people could take their time to play it, just kind of like what they did when they dropped Zelda. They gave them enough time to when they dropped the next title. So, I don't know, man. I think that we getting a little bit out of hand of wanting Xbox to do so much when in theory we need to just support what Xbox is dropping, because they are dropping the games. This is just let the process kind of roll itself out. Doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be quicker than you think. Like, 2023, we wasn't expecting to get hit with the onslaught like we did. 2024 is going to be bigger than last year. So
look how much we got hit just on not even half of the month already, and we getting hit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. And then on Cox, you got to put in consideration third party. If you got a Nintendo, if you got a PlayStation, if you got a PC, it's just too much to roll with. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Xbox don't want to cannibalize themselves. That's just my opinion on it. But all right, good stuff.
I understand where you're coming from, dude. Okay. I understand where you're coming from.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Angel Zell 7, man. Really appreciate it, man, for the super chat. He says, great talk, chat. Kudos. January and February are packed. Persona 3 Persona 3 Reloaded, and like a Dragon Infinite Wealth all top of my list. Yeah, man. Like I can't wait to play Persona 3 Reloaded. I mean that looks great. That looks real great. You know what I'm saying? Now Tactica, I downloaded it, but I haven't even booted it up yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at this point. When I get back into my story games, it's going to be Baldur's Gate 3 and it's going to be Avatar. So, you know, and no telling when I'm going to get done with that. with those, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. All right, man, let's move on to the next topic, man. And I'm excited to go right to it because this is something you know what I'm saying? I've been holding this in. I've been wanting to do a My Thoughts video because I haven't really been addressing it and stuff like that. But the rumors that Xbox will have some first party titles go multiplat. I guess the first part of that will be, is it a smart move or is it a fail in your opinion? So let me go straight to you, back to you on this one, Sir X, man, because you kind of alluded to it. So, and because it kind of seemed like you wanted to go there. So your thoughts about this, because the rumors is that like High Five Rush, Sea of Thieves, and then there was people on the internet talking about Indiana Jones, and then there was Blade. Your thoughts on this? I mean, do you feel like any of these games coming out here? There's a poll also. Pause. I do have a poll. But I have a poll on this on the chat.
Hey, I hit the wrong button. My bad. I hit the wrong button.
To let us know.
Wow.
But you know what I'm saying? Let us know what you think about that. But is Xbox going third party, as some are alluding to, and will you see High Five Rush and Indiana Jones and Sea of Thieves go over to other platforms, Sir X-Man?
As that great preacher sang that beautiful, wonderful song, "Hail to the Nah, to the Nah, Nah, Nah." Nintendo, fine. Hi-Fi Rush was made for Nintendo. We said that when Hi-Fi Rush came out, and said that would be a good game on a Switch, you know. But I don't think PlayStation's not getting that game. They're not, because Microsoft and Nintendo get along. They don't have any beef with each other, and believe it or not, you guys, Microsoft and Nintendo work together. So you know, I mean, it's just the way that, and they both don't like the shenanigans. I'm sorry for what Sony does. They're not trying to crush them, but they're trying to teach them that you can't keep doing your practices. So you won't see certain games like that on the PlayStation. You know, they might throw them a bone in the next few years, but for right now, Microsoft's still trying to get their things together. You'll see the stuff on PC, Xbox, and maybe down the line, if the game fits the situation for Nintendo or the Nintendo 2, then it'll be over there. They get all the Call of Duties. That's all they wanted. That's all they're gonna get. I'm done.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go last. Because I do have a lot to say. Because I
really know you do, bro. I know you do.
I'm going last on this one. So I can't wait if somebody's going to jump in ahead of me and say some of the things that I'm going to say. Because I'm not going to be too nice about stuff.
I know what I'm.
Go ahead,
say.
Viper. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Well, do you think this is going to happen? Yeah. Is this a win or is this a fail? What's going on?
Let me tell you this is a business. It's about making money. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, first of all, Microsoft wants to appease the regulators and say, look, we didn't keep games off of other platforms. Okay. We are doing the right thing, and we're still sticking to what we promised that we would do. So they will be bringing stuff to Nintendo, like Hi-Fi Rush or Sea of Thieves. They might even put Sea of Thieves on PlayStation. But I can tell you right now that majority of the things, like if it's multiplayer stuff, they're going to make sure that they maximize the amount of the most profit and most revenue that they can from all platforms. That is including PlayStation, because that's the only way you're going to make the money. Now, if it's a single player thing, on a game-by-game basis, like they've said before with Bethesda games, they said it's a game-by-game basis. So think of let's go back and think of Hi-Fi Rush. Just like Sir X-Man said, yes, looks like a game that would be good on a portable system like the Switch. That, I mean, I'm not worried too much about them doing, sharing stuff with Nintendo, because think about it like this: Banjo Kazooie is in the makes, right? Yeah, they're making that right now. So where did Banjo Kazooie start? That started on Nintendo. I guarantee you, if they want to do another Smash Brothers and put Banjo Kazooie in that one, trust me, they're going to work together and say, hey, we'll bring Banjo Kazooie to your platform, probably a year after we release it on our platform, and people can have nostalgia about the Banjo Kazooie stuff. Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's another thing. If they remake Conker, that also started on Nintendo. If it's stuff that has been legacy on other platforms, Microsoft will be glad to do something like that and work well with Nintendo. PlayStation, on the other hand, they're going to be a little bit stiff on them. The thing that they will be giving PlayStation is contractual stuff like Call of Duty. That's contractual. If they have this remake of Oblivion, I'm not too sure if that's going to go multiplat or not, but you know, they are looking at building their platform. They're thinking of building their base, and they're trying to get the mind share back. So what they're doing at this point is they haven't come out and denied that all these rumors that are going around. They haven't come out to say that no, it's not working. I know Phil Spencer said we need to do a better job of conveying the information, but did he come out and outright deny it? No. So honestly, it's a business. They need to make money. And with the $70 billion that they just spent on Activision Blizzard King, of course, they're going to say, hey, we've done all that we could on the Xbox and Game Pass and PC. We can try to give it to other platforms, and they can then we can make money that way. And that's what I feel that Microsoft is going to do, is that they are going to maximize their profit by providing some, not all, but some games to other platforms.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Ham Solo, your thoughts, man. Is this a fail if Xbox do bring games like Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, Indiana Jones, Blade to PlayStation, Nintendo, all that? Is it, what do you think? Your thoughts?
Is it a good look? No, not exactly. But at the same time, it's like you guys want them to buy everything, right?
Yep.
Do you want them to make money when they buy these things?
Thank you.
I mean, you can't just hold on to everything and then when it made money at all these other different places and then be surprised when something is put back out there for them to continue to fund off of. If you want these studios to come out and make these big dollar games, they're going to have to supply more than just their own ecosystem in some ways. So, a game like Sea of Thieves, like I don't know why people are up in arms about it, because all the people that are up in arms about it, I haven't seen shared not 1 minute of gameplay of Sea of Thieves. Same with Hi-Fi Rush. Like I know people champion the heck out of that, but I don't know a whole lot of people that's been playing it recently. I don't know a lot of people that have been playing it recently. Don't be mad. And my whole thing is like, this game's been out for a year. We devoured it already.
Exactly.
Are you really mad that somebody else is able to, finally get a taste of what was on your plate? I'm already moving on to the next thing, and they're finally getting a taste of it. It's to me, it's like, just keep that same energy, because because people on the other side were saying all sorts of, oh man, you guys are finally getting our leftovers when we got like what
Talk
was it
about
called?
it.
when we got
the Yakuza
Death
series,
Stranding,
Yakuza,
like
Persona,
Death Stranding
Death
as well.
Stranding.
Oh,
Yep.
you got that on PC? Oh man, that's our
Yeah.
leftovers and whatnot. Well, I mean, all this port begging is looking ridiculous.
yes, thank
Bruh,
you,
talk about it.
thank you.
And I'm okay if you want to beg for that stuff, but don't sit here and tell me all the time that Xbox games are this, Xbox games are that,
Mhm.
Xbox games aren't good, and then all of a sudden here you don't have anything that you're super excited about this year that's first party. And
Right.
now Xbox looks like the most delicious buffet that you've ever seen, and they need to supply you with the game.
Yummy.
And to me, it's just like, all right, that's fine. You know what? It's fine to me that you want that, and it's fine to me that Xbox might give it to you. That doesn't bother me at the end of the day because I don't get paid by Xbox at all. The only thing that I hope to see from Xbox, and I've been saying this now for a little bit, is like as long as Xbox continues to come out with another console to keep things where you're like all in that one ecosystem and not spread out all over the place, as long as they continue to make consoles, they are not going anywhere. Everyone's like, oh, Microsoft's going to stop making consoles because they're putting games on other services and whatnot. And I'm just like, do you guys follow anything? Because like, for instance, like Microsoft was much deeper into hardware and stuff like that in the 90s, right? They were
Mhm.
in the 80s and 90s. They were much more deeper into hardware. And of course they were deep into software. They were always deep into software. But as things got along, they figured out a way to still be useful software wise, but give you hardware other ways. Sure, they have failed with like the phone and stuff like that. But as for like the computer, they're still
Boom.
selling Surface Pros. Do you think they need to do that? Do you think they need to still sell Surface computer laptops? No. They totally don't need to do that. They could they can go all software if they want to, but they don't want to just do that. They want somebody to be able to purchase something in their ecosystem and constantly be in their ecosystem. So you're seeing their type of advertising everywhere. You're able to purchase with ease somewhere else. That's why they want to get stuff like a mobile store and stuff like that. You think they're done with hardware? No, this is just the beginning of a evolution. And the
Mhm.
hardware is going to come out being different than it has been before. Shout out to somebody that actually commented on one of my on my video last week because I had kind of like a doom and gloom video for Xbox because of all this racket and whatnot, people complaining, and I totally see where some people are coming from. Like it's like if you try to serve everybody, you end up serving no one. I get that, but I don't really at this point and just having enough time to sit back and think about it, especially after showing my wife my video where I was like kind of getting behind Tim Dog and I was a little behind Clo Brill as well. And I was just talking about a little bit of what Jez was talking about with, these games possibly going to PlayStation or Nintendo. And I was thinking, that's not cool at first, but then my wife was like, yo, she reminded me something that I already knew. These businesses don't care about your feelings,
Exactly.
they care about statistics.
Mhm.
And what
Preach it.
happens when you put a game that's, in Xbox, you know how it moves in your ecosystem. How does it move in their ecosystem? Now that
Mm.
you are the publisher, you get to have your eyes on the prize from the moment it goes into the mouth till it comes out the ass. You get to see what's coming out and how it looks on PlayStation, on Nintendo. Them Call of Duty numbers before when Xbox had to, guess and kind of ponder how's this going over here? What are they doing to market over here? Well, now they're in charge of that, and they get to monitor all that stuff happening in the background. And that's what they care about at the end of the day, is the bottom line, but also ushering people into. And I keep hearing people say, well, if these games are on other platforms like Nintendo and Sony, why would anybody want to come to Xbox? Are you telling me that when Xbox announces a game, that you're just gonna sit there on PlayStation and hope and hope and hope? That's not how it works. They release a game, you think it's gonna come out on PlayStation, it does. Then the next game that they drop, you think it's coming out on PlayStation, you find out it's not coming out at all, or maybe there's a 2-year a 2-year exclusivity deal or something like that. Do you think everyone's just gonna sit there and just wait? Some people will, sure, but I feel like with doing some of that, with releasing some of your games on another platform and then just kind of letting it stew, you can you can kind of create a natural migration through something like that, where it's like, oh, so you mean I just bought that game, but everybody else is playing it on Game Pass, and they ain't have to buy it. Here I am. I bought 6, 7 games now because I didn't know any better. But now that I know, oh, Call of Duty's over there. Oh, the new Hi-Fi Rush is over there. Oh, Perfect Dark. I haven't played that since I was a kid. That's over there now. Oh, okay. Avowed. Oh, snap. Elder Scrolls 6. Like, come on, man. Stop acting like people are just gonna sit around and wait with their PlayStations and their Nintendos to play great games that are available day one on Game Pass. Like, stop it. Stop it. I'm not buying it.
You need to take a nap more often before the show, bro. I love the way you hit the facts, bro. I love that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, he just expanded upon what I was saying.
All right.
I know, right? He hit all the points.
Okay. All right. Great points. Great points, Ham. Dark, it's you. Your thoughts, man.
Oh God, here we go.
Well, no, I want to hear it. Like, I mean, is this a?
I don't think I don't think I'll have any points left, man. Now you guys took no.
You'll have some. You'll have some messed up to say. So go ahead, sucker.
Oh man.
Go ahead and say it. Xbox is gonna be third party. Just get it out your system.
I feel the same way as Viper and Ham feel. This I said on Twitter. I said this is the only thing I'm gonna say on here, at least on Twitter. Microsoft, Xbox, they're a business. They're not a charity. Their sole purpose is to make money.
Preach it.
And guess what? If putting some of their games on a different platform is going to make them money, they're going to do it. I honestly could see, if this works out for Microsoft, PlayStation follow suit. Nintendo might even follow suit at some point. Not right away, but at some point they might follow suit as well. And people will say, well, then what's the point in owning these consoles? Well, you'll still get your exclusives. You'll still get things that you want to play day one, but some of those games that came to the Xbox, you won't get maybe until maybe a year down the line or later. And then with consoles, I don't think consoles are ever gonna go away completely. I just feel like there will probably be smaller iterations of them, right? Like there won't be, like the Series S, for example. There'll be a smaller version of that with better graphics or whatever. A better graphics card or whatever will be in that. And, it'll just, hook up to your TV or whatever. It'll be kind of like Apple when they had that 4K TV device. It'll be something like that,
Apple TV.
I think the tradition of consoles will, the traditional way of thinking of a console will be a little bit more obscured. and I don't, and I think that they'll have smaller, like, maybe not, like, they'll have smaller, what do you call that, like shipments of those types of things. Like, they won't make as much of them. Like, they'll only make like a certain amount, and then that's it. And unless it starts selling like gangbusters or whatever. But I think, with Microsoft going into that direction, I think it's a smart idea from business sense because of the fact that you can kind of dip your toe in, right? You don't have to necessarily put every single thing in on a different platform. You can just, hey, let's put Hi-Fi Rush over here on Nintendo and see how it does. And if it works out, okay, well then we'll try that with another game. And then another game. And then it's funny because ponies out there will say, "Oh, well, you don't see PlayStation doing that."
Yeah, they do.
What makes you think that? What makes you think that they're not going to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you think that? Because they're already most of these guys have said, well, those games aren't going to go to PC. PlayStation games aren't going to go to PC. What are they doing? They're putting their games on PC.
The whole slate.
I mean, look, the Last of Us 2 remastered that's coming out next week is going to PC.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 years later or whatever, that's our whole argument. Oh, well, it's going there like 2 years later, so it's scraps, or whatever. It's still going though.
Wait,
so it's still doing what it's supposed to be doing.
There's something coming day and date this year.
Helldivers.
Yeah.
What is it?
Helldivers.
Well, Helldivers, yeah, Helldivers. Well, actually, Helldivers. Is that published by Sony? I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
But I think Sony just bought that company.
They
just bought it.
Yeah. I don't think that it's published by. I mean, it's published by Sony. But
it's not published of them.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but Sony owns them. Let's just put it like that.
Yes. But that's the thing. Like I was reading some articles over the break that and even Phil Spencer said it, that there's really no. I don't know why people keep on saying second party for games, because that's not the case. Anything that's published by that company is a first party. So
thank you, dog.
Even though, like an example, even though Insomniac made Spider-Man in 2018 and they weren't owned by Sony, that's still a first party because of the fact that it was published by Sony. So it would be the same thing as in Xbox, Bethesda, Starfield, even what Psychonauts 2, Psychonauts 2, when that came out, everyone was like, well, it's third party. Yeah, well, they had third party obligations to put that out there, but that's not a third party game. That's a first party game to Xbox, because Xbox forked over the money to make it. So, it's just, I think that we're heading in a direction that I honestly, I had some gripes about it in the beginning, but then I started thinking about it, like, if they want to continue to build up to that 3 billion player base, like they want to, they have to do whatever they can to get to that. So if that means that they have to put some of their games on other platforms, then so be it. And so I think, honestly, I don't think Microsoft or Xbox is in jeopardy because of it, actually, to be honest with you. I think it's a smart move. I think that they're doing the smart things that they need to be doing as a company, and I wouldn't doubt if PlayStation follows suit.
They're gonna have
survival of the fittest.
Yep. So my little
And
fitness.
can I add one? Can I add one more thing to that, please?
Go ahead.
I'm getting tired of all these people who claim to be gamers worrying about people playing games. If you're a true gamer, you want everyone to play the game that you love to play. The more people that
Absolutely.
plays the game means, oh, it's very popular, so we're going to make a sequel. That's the whole
Exactly.
point. So don't try to wall off this garden and say that no, it should be on our platform. You shouldn't have access to it. That is BS. If you're a true gamer, then you're going to want everyone to play. When everyone plays, we all win.
See, Dark said something.
I think a lot of that comes from the hardcore fanboys, right? The hardcore ones, the ones who are like diehard Xbox all the way, brother, kind of, fans, and those are the ones that are blind to what is really going on in the industry. And it's on both sides too. It's not just Xbox. I know I'm throwing out Xbox there, but it's also on PlayStation as well. There's a lot of PlayStation dudes that are completely bonkers. They're completely out of their mind if they think that this isn't going to happen to PlayStation. They're just ridiculous. And that's the same thing with Nintendo too. Like Nintendo's in their own lane. I get that. Like Nintendo is in their own lane, but at the same time, I could see them being like, I remember people were like, "Oh, Nintendo's never going to put their games at $70." What did they do last year?
Put their games at $70.
Put their games at $70. Why not put some of their games on other platforms? PC, Xbox, whatever.
You're going
Derek, you said something months ago. This is on the same lines. You said something months ago, and me and K-Maker were shocked you said it. But you said the reason why Sony has financial problems also is because the people on PlayStation don't buy the games that they cry about. Being it's on ours, it's on ours. Yeah. You got that many people, and you only sell like the real, not even 10% of your, the people that own your console. You're hurting them by not buying the games, but you cry. I mean, you've seen it too, Dark, where you cry about people, saying this is the greatest thing, but you're the one crying about it, and you haven't even bought it.
Absolutely. Where do you think that 5 million copies were sold of Spider-Man? It wasn't the hardcore PlayStation gamers. It was Xbox dudes as well who were going out there and buying the game because they wanted to play Spider-Man.
Yeah, I bought it on PC.
So it's not just I'm a PlayStation diehard gamer, so we're the only ones that buy our games. No, you're not. Because you're clearly not. Because you clearly have not supported most of the games that have come out this generation.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that part about PlayStation and their troubles. But you know what I'm saying? I want to just make this about.
Oh, we are? This is gonna be sweet.
But yeah, I want to stay strictly on this about if this is a fail for Xbox or not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
No.
All right, so let me make my point. And appreciate King Thrash.
If anything, it's a win.
Yeah. Appreciate King Thrash in the super chat. Giving a super chat, he says, "I told y'all about the 3 Horizons." Shake my head. Okay.
Oh God.
Now here we go. I mean, and I'm glad that you're here.
The only problem with that is that you didn't explain it well.
And it still don't make any damn sense. So this is what's happening, right? Like, I mean, there's people. Okay, I don't know how many people know about like The Art of War, or read the book, or anything of that nature. But the one thing that you do not do is that you just come out unless you are in a passionate rage and you decimate your enemy. If you notice how things work, there's some ways of doing it by being aggressive. There's other ways of being passive aggressive, but doing the sneak attack thing. What Xbox is doing is the passive aggressive thing. They're trying to do the buddy thing. They're trying to be, well, you know, it's kind of like what I've alluded to for years about what Microsoft is trying to do. Put their arm around your neck, and the next thing you know, you find out that they're a boulder constrictor. And then when it's wrapped all around you, you like, hold on, holy shit, what is this?
It starts getting tighter and tighter.
Yeah, and then at that point, you at their mercy. You don't.
You snake food.
Yeah. Do Microsoft want Sony to lose PlayStation? Somewhat. They want to finish them off. But they want to do it in a strategic way. It's like what Curie was saying. It's like Microsoft is playing chess. Fanboys are playing checkers. What our boy King Thrash is over here talking about with Three Horizons is playing checkers. Regardless of whatever implication.
You got that wrong. It's Microsoft is playing chess while the fanboys. That's
what I just said. Microsoft is playing chess.
You said it the other way.
No, I did not. I said
He said it right.
I said Microsoft is playing chess and the fanboys are playing checkers. That's what I said.
I think Venomous Viper is playing chess.
Man,
that's what he's doing. I think he's playing checkers right now.
Damn.
What Microsoft? If Microsoft wants to make this move, would I like to see High Five Rush on PlayStation? No. The petty side of me would not. But the strategy side of it sees this whole thing. It's just like what I told people. You know, this is years of me telling you guys this before this stuff has even happened. I'm like, there are going to be things that Xbox is going to do that people aren't going to like because the industry is going to change so dramatically. We're not going to know which way is left, which way is right. And
we just got to know up, right, K-Baby?
Yeah, you just got to know up. 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 Now, there's two factors I'm just going to primarily talk about High Five Rush. There could be two factors to this of why High Five Rush could potentially go to PlayStation 5 or Nintendo, or both. It could be because that game was developed before, you know, Xbox acquired them. And so that was something that was in the contract, right? But Xbox was like, well, let's go ahead and just shadow drop this and have that year exclusivity and then roll it out for what, and, you know, to you know, honor our obligations or whatever. Or it could be another factor, something that Ham Solo was alluding to. Nobody wasn't talking about High Five Rush. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know, some of us was. Some of us was advocating for it. I said that the game should have been nominated I said this game should have been nominated for Game of the Year over Starfield. And you know how much I love Starfield. Just because that game was that special. High Five Rush is that special. But it did take some Xbox content creators to hear that they got these accolades, then they wanted to talk about High Five Rush. And let's not forget about the stats. Like I said, I haven't been posting a lot because I've been busy dealing with my mother, but I've been watching, and I seen something from that Matt Pernicia. I forget how you pronounce his name. He does
Piscatella. Michael Pachter?
No, Piscatella.
Piscatella.
Okay. Piscatella. He showed the stats of High Five Rush.
Yeah, he did.
It was less than 1%. So if any Xbox gamers that want to get in these DMs and talk about I'm going to be out here, or they get out here in social media, or they make videos talking about they're done, they're going to go to PC, take your asses on, because you know what you didn't do? You didn't support the game. You half-ass Xbox wannabe gamers are a disgrace to me. If you want,
and the crazy thing is that most of them have Game Pass.
That's right.
They didn't play it.
That's right, and you didn't play it. You got people like King Thrash and the Porter Rocks and the Jabaris and the J-Dubs that can make fun of y'all because y'all sit here and y'all only sit there and promote shit that seems to be trending. It's another problem that I have with Xbox gamers out here, or content creators. The media and PlayStation stands make fools out of y'all. Makes absolute fools out of you. You know, because we're going off of
You're breaking up again, K Mega. Stay close to the mic. Because you know how you get, my friend.
Hey, well, shut your ass up. Let me finish talking. You know what I'm saying? You know what the biggest problem is? Is that y'all so easily duped. You're so easily duped. We're talking about rumors. We don't know if this is true or not. Bitch and complain if it's real. If you feel that adamant about your passion about games going over to other platforms. Okay, fine. But you know what isn't fake? Those leaks from those Insomniac leaks. And you know what the media sit there and, like I said, made fools out of y'all. They said, we're going to go ahead and we're not going to talk about these leaks because we know that they're true. Sony has not denied anything. The only thing that came out to be a lie or saying that was kind of off was the sales numbers of Ratchet and Clank on PC. That's it. Everything else, it's been absolutely factual. And Xbox content creators should be talking about this shit every day until PlayStation gamers sit there and start saying, okay, I submit, you're right.
No, you don't want to do them like that, K-Mega. I know you don't want to do them like that.
No, you do. Because you know what? Because, you know what I'm saying? Because the media and the stands know exactly how to push the buttons of some of these Xbox content creators and Xbox over fanboys that sit there and don't want to think logically, but think only with their heart. Mm-hmm. You're over here talking about a rumor. You got the media. The media don't want to talk about Insomniac leaks, but they'll talk about those rumors because you know what? That gets the heat off of Sony. You know what? The stands want the heat off of them because they know that they didn't do their job. They're not going out here and playing the games or having the engagement that they're supposed to. The PlayStation 5 is dog shit compared to what the PlayStation 4 did. Dog shit. And the only thing that PlayStation fans can talk about is this console sales and them being number one. So you know what Microsoft is going to do? Microsoft says, we're going to be quiet on this. We're going to be very quiet because we made the mistake by being loud and there was Xbox diehard fans. And I'm an Xbox diehard fan to the end. There's no question. But I'm logical as well. I know that they're a business. They got to make the money. So what they're saying, we're going to do this a little differently. We're probably going to put some of these games out here on PlayStation. There's going to be some Xbox guys that don't like that. But you know what? You know what the problem was last time when we tried to talk to the community and tell them our future? They said that they wanted their console to be just like PlayStation 4's. They didn't want all this innovation. They didn't want all this TV. They don't want DRM. They don't want all this because Xbox content creators are easily duped. And some of those Xbox content creators that was out here screaming at the most saying that we don't want Japanese games, we don't want this, we don't want that. What did they do? They switched. They became PlayStation content creators themselves. They didn't give a shit about you. They give a shit about their engagement and about their content. So explain to me, Xbox gamers, why are we not talking about the PlayStation leaks? It's just like the PlayStation stands talk about Xbox has no games like they did that, or Xbox is just not selling their consoles, or Xbox is not doing this, or Xbox is going third party. PlayStation fans will say the same shit every day, all day long. And when the first rumor that comes out that an Xbox dude don't like, oh, I'm going to defend it. No, this can't be real. And then you turn around and you make a video and you're so overly passionate and you're saying that you're going to run the PC. Does that help Xbox's cause? No. And so I'm going to ask the panel this. I'm asking everybody on the panel this, and people on the
actually it does help Xbox because it's a PC.
No. But hold on. Yeah, no. Well, I'm talking about it doesn't help Xbox as content creators that go out here and do the doom and gloom. I told you guys this.
Oh, yeah.
Xbox content creators do this shit every 7 to 9 months, every year. Every year. There's always doom and gloom. We were due for it because we had too much of a good summer going to the end of the year. And here we are.
I saw that all week on these podcasts.
Okay,
So, what you talking about?
Yeah. No, I didn't even have to see the podcast. I just seen the tweets, and then I was watching, look at people's DMs, and I'm like, are y'all kidding me? Are y'all really that easily swayed?
One person in particular pissed me off. Well, and I thought that he was a cool guy, and then I saw saw what he did on Boom Show, and I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah,
I know exactly who you talking about.
So
I had respect for him at first, and now I've lost all respect for him.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and read the super chat, and then I'm going to counteract with this man's super chat. But
you got the one way at the top too, right?
Yeah, I got that one. King Thrash said Xbox is the new Sega. While y'all are denying it, the CFO said it. Phil said it. There won't, I guess, be enough claim games or are exclusives anymore. It's over. Now, this is the funny thing about that, Mr. Thrash, is that going back to my original part about the Anaconda, little thing that I was bringing up. This is where you miss this. Xbox is going to malnourish PlayStation. This is all in the game. And people, mark my words, this is all in the game. This is why I said, yeah, there will be a PlayStation 6, but there might not be a PlayStation 7. And this is my reason, my theory behind it. Xbox is like, okay, we'll dibble and dabble. You know what I'm saying? Hi-Fi Rush didn't do as well as it did. They said it did good, but it could do better if it's on other platforms, right? Well, it's still
good on Steam, K-Mega.
Yeah. But see, this is the thing, right? We put it on PlayStation and we put it on Switch. That solidifies that the game is going to get a sequel. Then once that game gets enough popularity, we can go ahead and make the decision if we want that game to be exclusive on Xbox or not.
Man, who's playing this Tales of Berseria?
That's me. This is all my gameplay.
That's a badass game, bro.
Oh yeah, it's a great game.
No, it's not K-Megas. That's somebody else's video. K-Mega don't play games.
That's what they say, right? All this gameplay is mine. Anyway, so the other thing about this is that, like I said, they're going to malnourish the hell out of PlayStation until they get that #1 spot. Then after that, they really don't care because, like, we'll get into the next topic, which is talking about PlayStation's engagement issues. They need PlayStation only for one thing, for the money to recoup that money that they lost. That's it. They'll sit there and they'll break the backs of PlayStation and Nintendo gamers to get what they want. And there's also another point. I don't know who said that, but that was a great point too. It's talking about the regulators because Xbox is not done acquiring. I'm telling you, the end game for Xbox is to get Steam.
Ooh.
That's the end game. And once they do
that's
that,
the only people that he want to give it to too, because I've heard the discussions. So you're right on that one.
Yeah, that's the end game for them. Because at this point they'll have the mobile, they'll eventually get back to cloud when cloud is ready. But they'll have the console, which the console will cap off at around 60 to 80 million at the max. They'll have Game Pass that's on PC. They have PC. Like, they will touch on all factions. And if this is King Thrash's third horizon, that means that they'll get Nintendo and PlayStation to do their bidding and pay them. You can get that 30%. We get 70%. You think that's going to, you know what I'm saying? You can have that. So what if you outsold, if you got, you know what I'm saying? If you sold, let's say that PlayStation bought 1 million copies of Hi-Fi Rush. Will the diehard Xbox fans that said that they were going to leave, are they upset? Yeah, they'll be pissed. But look at this. Hi-Fi Rush 2 will drop, and then Xbox holds the cards. We'll go ahead and we'll keep it. Exclusive.
You ain't right, DJ. You ain't right.
So, again, King Thrash, better, you know what I'm saying? Well, and all you stands out there that keeps wishing that the Xbox goes third party, Xbox is not going anywhere. There's another console coming. And this was my last question to ask to you guys on this one. Ham Solo, what's more important to you?
You didn't even answer it.
Well, I did answer his made his point. Yeah. But Ham Solo, what's more important, Xbox ecosystem or the console?
Well, I really want the console. to be the big deal, but it's clearly the ecosystem.
Okay. All right. Dark Optimus, what's more important?
I think they're gonna like I said, I just think they're just gonna stick with the console. I told King Thrash, as a matter of fact, when he tagged me and you, I was like, let me know when Xbox kills off making consoles.
Right.
I just think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it ain't happening. Dark Optimus, what's more important, Xbox ecosystem or the console?
Oh, their ecosystem.
Okay. Viper, the Xbox ecosystem or the console? Which one's more important?
Obviously the ecosystem.
Okay.
Because like I said, they're going to be going to so many different platforms because Microsoft's platform is Game Pass. It's not just PC. It's not just the console. It's not just mobile. It's going to be everything. So the entire ecosystem is their platform.
Right. Sorry, X-Man.
It almost kind of gives me the feel of a 3DO.
How so?
Just because 3DO didn't just depend on one development company.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
We'll see. They had the Gold Star 3DO. They had the.
That's the one I got.
3DO.
That's right.
I believe they even had like a Magnavox or something.
They did.
Yes, they did.
They did. They did. They had the Panasonic because that's the one I wanted was the Panasonic one, and my mom told me I was a damn fool to ask her to get that
for $700.
Yeah, because Street Fighter looked just like the arcade. I was like, oh, I need that. Yo, I work for it, mama. She's like, nope. Are you a damn fool? All right. So
it was about that Dragon Slayer for me with my 3DO. That game was fun.
Yeah. I wanted to get Way of the Warrior
but
Naughty Dog.
If you want, okay, this is my opinion. Phil Spencer, when he first started,
hold on,
and came down. This has to do with that.
Well, no, but I got to ask you, what's more important, the ecosystem or the console from Xbox?
Yeah, I'm going by what Phil Spencer said.
Okay.
We want to hit 1 billion gamers. That means everywhere. That means the console's not going nowhere. They're going to expand where they put their games. You know, if some have to end up on PlayStation, oh well, that's still money in their pocket. But like I said, that's PC, mobile, the handheld, the portables they got out there with the new one, the Steam Deck, all the other ones, the ROG Ally. That means on NVIDIA Shield one. That means everywhere.
Everything.
So to do that, you have to put it out for 1 billion gamers. But you also have to keep your console in play to make it more gamers. That's why you see it on TV. Phil said 1 billion gamers. What you got to do to get to 1 billion gamers? Make sure people can play your games. And your exclusives will stay on console and PC or a streaming device.
This man said
your main exclusives like Halo, Gears, Forza, certain ones like that, Starfield, they're going to stay where they're at. You have to be in the Xbox ecosystem for that.
Right. Yeah,
that's
right.
Go ahead, Kay. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no. I know exactly what you're saying, but and you're right. But I'm laughing at what Fahim is saying. But what happened to the 3DO, bro?
That's Fahim, dude. Don't worry about it.
Comparing, Microsoft just surpassed Apple.
Exactly.
They just surpassed Apple. Hush. You guys, like I said, you guys here that get on here with these crazy ass tinfoil hat theories and these notions that the console is still relevant as though it was back in 2000. It's not.
Well,
they're all caps.
I feel like one thing that that he may be missing, or what happened to 3DO. A lot of things, especially in like entertainment and like electronics and stuff like that, comes down to timing.
Yeah,
really does. I mean, look at DRM.
That's what they're. Yeah,
look at DRM right now. Xbox did what? They said that they need games to be online all the time. They were just so happened to be the first person to do it, and it looked terrible. But now look around.
Yep.
And here's the sad part, to go with what you're saying on that real quick, Ham. unlike what Sony's doing, taking your DRM away,
Oh yeah.
Microsoft lets you keep your DRM stuff. They don't take it away. Sorry, it's the facts, dude.
Let me read this from DJ Berto Das. Man, welcome back, man.
Stop, DJ. That was so wrong.
He said, "Pants Off, Dance Off is back, baby, for 2024, and Miss Patty hold down the warm milk for Sir X-Man like never before." He said, "Thrash." He said, "Thrash. How about you tell us about the 3 triangles? It's never over for the Xbox, brother." Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And so let me read this from Thrash, because he, you know what I'm saying. And then Chris Cole said something pretty interesting too. But he said this right here. He says, "Xbox Leak said they got to grow cloud by 50% by 2027, or Xbox is done. How about putting those games on platforms going to help them build cloud?" Again, this is what's funny, is because you're reading something that was projected in 2018, but you're not projecting anything that is being brought up about, and we'll get to it, but I'll just give you a hint about the money that Sony is hemorrhaging spending on working with Disney. You know what I'm saying? Where those 3 horizons look like they're about to hit PlayStation sooner. They're gonna hit Xbox. I promise you that.
Y'all got hooked up in the PlayStation pyramid scheme, you suckers.
Yeah. So let me go up here to see what Chris Coleman said. Chris Coleman said, "How is Xbox gonna malnourish PlayStation when we got dates for games in the first 3 months already, and Xbox only got a release year?" Hold on, let me cook them. I haven't cooked in a long time.
Please cook them, please.
Said,
I'm gonna meet for you to burn them.
No. I just want to slow roast them like PlayStation. Like PlayStation gets slow roasted. PlayStation is the frog that's in the pot right now, and Xbox just turning the eye on slow. This is what you fail to realize. You're talking about those release dates. Name me all those games that are first-party PlayStation games, please, sir. Please put that in your list, and I'll read them. Name me the first-party PlayStation games that will be a release that has dates. I can name you the Xbox games that's going to be coming out.
Helldivers 2.
Oh, come on, give me some more though. Please give me some more.
That's it. That's literally the only one.
Come on now. No, man, I know better than that.
Thank you, Dark.
No. I knew what it was.
No, actually, Rise of the Ronin is one of them too.
Rise of the Ronin. It's published, but it's not. But it's made from Koei Tecmo. That's not that's not first party. They're published.
No, that's considered first party still. That's still considered first party. Whether you look at it. Either way, it's I'm talking it's still about considered first party.
I got you, but I'm talking about, is Koei Tecmo owned by Sony? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, all right. And so they published the game. That's fine.
But neither was Insomniac when they made Spider-Man, and that's still first party.
Well, but what happened? PlayStation acquired them.
Right.
Okay,
but so what I'm saying is that during that time, that was still it's still considered first party because Microsoft because Sony owns the IP.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so when that IP comes to Xbox, you know what I'm saying?
It's still a Sony game.
Well, no, I got that. But will that still be classified from the stand perspective of that game being
from the stand's perspective? No.
Yes. Okay. All right. So because I'm gonna tell you
from this our perspective, yes, it'll be still a PlayStation
from people with
game.
logical, yes, it's still a PlayStation game. But yet, once it become a multiplat, all the bets are off. And this is another thing too. While I'll go ahead and I'll with Mr. Coleman, this is another thing too that I'm going to have to hit you with. You guys ain't gonna support these games with these dates. You're just not. I mean, you got to prove me wrong, because y'all haven't done shit since the PlayStation 5 has been out except for support God of War in bundles.
And better get 1/3 of your players to buy some of them games to help Sony out, because
y'all ain't done shit.
It's funny that he mentions Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, but I highly doubt he's ever going to play.
Right. You brought it up, but you're not going to play it. And if you play it, you played the demo and you can show us gameplay of the demo. But are you really going to spend that $60, $70 to actually show us that you bought and supported that game? And then if you did buy it, what other game are you not going to buy that replace that? Because we know how you stands work. Because y'all used to Redbox. Now y'all just don't buy shit. So,
prime example for you, K Mega, real quick. That's how we ended up with Hellblade, because you guys did not buy Hellblade over there. And then the minute it came there, Hellblade got over the 750,000 people they wanted to see were going to buy it on the Xbox. That's how we got it. That's how you don't have it.
You know what, gentlemen on the panel? You know what, this trend in Dark sit there and it's kind of did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a fondle the balls type of comment. Well, they published it, which means it's first party. We're just going to fondle that these are first party games. So, because PlayStation isn't holding up their end of the bargain on what we've been talking about for so many years. So therefore, we got to find every excuse in order, because now they're doubling.
No, that was from Insomniac themselves. They said.
That's fine. That's fine. Whatever that they say. I mean, they told us that. The SSDs mattered for that. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is that this is coming from
Clank, right?
Right.
All I'm saying is that this is coming from developers. This is not coming from anybody else.
I got you, sir. But I mean, you can't tell me that what Insomniac.
I know that PlayStation gamers are going to be like, no, that's wrong. I'm just saying that there's no such thing as second party like people are proclaiming there is.
I got you. Okay, that's fine. But I'll tell you this, Dark Lord, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. He said they own Stellar Blade now. That's first party. Look, that's what I'm saying. Do you guys see the?
But there's no release date for that.
Right.
Wait, do they own that Korean?
No, they
own the IP.
Okay, do they own the IP, or did they just pay for it to be published? I don't think they own that IP. They stopped it from being exclusive. Come on now, Dark. Now you're trying to twist this shit.
When you publish something, you own the IP at that point. No, when you publish something, you own the IP.
No, because whatchamacallit doesn't own. Because Activision doesn't own whatchamacallit. Doesn't own Sekiro. What the hell are you talking about?
Exactly.
From Software owns Sekiro.
No, Activision owns Sekiro.
No, they do not. No, they don't. No, they don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the ball funneling of trying to avoid from, because the PlayStation first parties are so abysmal right now.
Wait,
what's up?
That K-Mega, I can really give you the lowdown on it.
Yes,
so,
please.
Who published The Outer Worlds originally?
Was it Take-Two or
no? I think it was Private Division.
Private Division. Okay, I knew it wasn't Bethesda.
Microsoft owns the Obsidian now. So, who owns The Outer Worlds?
Oh, Microsoft.
Exactly.
Right.
So, just because you publish a game doesn't necessarily mean you own the IP.
Right.
Case in point, Outer Worlds 2 is now going to be published by the owners of that IP. The first one, like when they did the first game, we were able to get it on Game Pass because we own the IP. But when they did like the Spacer's Choice Edition, that's not in Game Pass. That's the Series X and S version and the PS5 version. That's not in Game Pass. That's not in PlayStation Plus, because Private Division wants you to pay that extra money so that you can have that game. So we will only get the base game in the Game Pass because we own it, but that upgraded version, you got to pay Private Division for it.
Right? Yeah. See, that's.
Give an example.
Go ahead.
Crytek made Rise Son of Rome. Crytek is an independent company, but Microsoft owns the license to Rise Son of Rome.
Right.
So can't nobody else make it. Right. And it can only be on Xbox, even though Crytek is an independent company, even though I wish we would buy Crytek. but they're an independent company. So even if Crytek gets absorbed by Sony, they still can't make a Rise of Rome 2 or anything because that game is owned by Microsoft. That's probably why we haven't seen the Sunset Overdrive 2.
Well, remember Sunset Overdrive.
Insomniac. I think
is owned by Insomniac.
I think that's owned by Insomniac.
But no, Microsoft owned Sunset Overdrive and gave it back to Insomniac.
Right.
They
made out a deal. Okay.
Yeah, they made out a deal. Alan Wake. Just like Alan Wake. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a lot of ball fondling going on by stands with this whole, well, there's really no second party, because there still is. Now, I agree to a certain degree that when you publish something, if you want to push it out, and let's say that game is just on PlayStation and just goes to PlayStation and PC only and nothing else, then that's not a first party, but that's an exclusive. Gotcha, right? Like, Stan's even tried to take away the exclusivity with Xbox put games on PC, right? Now because now Gran Turismo is going to go to PC. Forbidden West is going to PC. Helldivers is going to PC, and it's going to PC day and date, which is telling me that PlayStation is getting ready to put their games on PlayStation, on PC day and date going forward.
I don't know how that would
not for their bigger known titles, but for their lesser titles, they have no choice because they're engaged.
I think if it's a multiplayer game, then yeah, they'll do that.
I think
if it's a multiplayer game like that, I think they even announced Marathon when that came. Yeah. When that was announced, they announced that it was coming to PC
and PlayStation, right?
Yeah,
I can see Grant. Oh, sorry.
Even what's it called? Concord is also PC, because these we're talking about the multiplayer games. Yeah, they'll probably put those day and date on PC, but I don't see them doing that with their single player games
for their known single player games. But for other single player games, yeah, they don't have no choice.
Maybe they're smaller ones, but not their like God of Wars and stuff.
No, not God of War.
They have to merge with PC because Sony doesn't have the infrastructure.
Right.
For multiplayer right now.
And the reason why I will tell you that some of the single players will make that move over there. Look how fast Final Fantasy is from where it was, how long it took for Final Fantasy VII Remake to go to PC, and also Final Fantasy 16 compared to what happened with Forspoken and what's going to happen with the remake. I mean, with the remake, Final Fantasy VII.
Forspoken is a different entity because it was published and developed by Square Enix, and PlayStation just bought it for 2 years, basically, to have
they published
an exclusivity.
And that's another thing.
No, they didn't publish it. No, they didn't publish it. Sony did not publish that. That was Square Enix.
So now they've reduced themselves to
they basically rented it
a couple of years. Okay, so that also should tell you this. So let's get into the PlayStation situation, right? Okay, so the new Insomniac leak, because this is what I'm going to do here on GRG. I don't know what you other Xbox dudes is going to do on your channels, but I'm not going to sit here and just kindly go on rumors and then sit here and just not advocate what's out there that's in the ether that's for real. So this is what we will do. We will touch on all these leaks until there is no more leaks here on GRG. So because you know what I'm saying, because all that bullshit, I want these stands to say uncle. As it should. It's gaming news, right? New Insomniac leak shows PlayStation 5 engagement is horribly low and cross-gen is over. And cost of games are much higher. What can Sony do to get the PlayStation 5 engagement to the PlayStation 4 levels? We'll start off with you on this one. Ham Solo, talk to me. What can PlayStation do to change this? Because, I mean, they have, I don't know how many consoles now. And the top 5, the top 10 is multiplats. They'll be sprinkled in 1 or 2 first-party titles. And you see how much money that they're hemorrhaging on these Disney deals. What does PlayStation needs to do to ride the ship and get to this engagement back to what it was on the PlayStation 4?
I mean, they're obviously doing the console side just fine. But as for like you're talking about games in particular, one thing that they need to do um is make. I mean, I've said it here plenty of times. They need to make that PC app. They really need to do that, in my opinion. Um, Maybe the hold off is because they're still needing to get some things developed and put out there, so then they don't have just a few games and a cloud service. But I really think they need to get out to PC better. And I mean, another way that they could do it is just, I don't know. I mean, it's really seeming by the the um what do you call that? I guess the current climate. That's what I'm looking for. The current climate really goes to tell you that maybe they should start looking at other platforms to continue to sell their games on. Like it's it's one thing to sell your console really well, right? It's one thing to do that. It's another thing to sell your console really well and not have anybody buy the games that you're making for your console. So then it's kind of like it's literally like the same thing that we just got done talking about with Hi-Fi Rush, right? It's literally the same thing. It's not partially, it's not just a little bit, it's the same thing. If there's a platform that comes out with a game and it's not getting purchased the way that it should, maybe you need to look at other options on where you're dropping this game. And one main thing is stop this BS with PC and not day and date. Just do the damn thing. There's literally no benefit to PlayStation, in my opinion, to wait, then put out PC. The only excuse I could find is we're still working on porting this. That's the only excuse I could come up with for that. But other than that, there's no reason to lag one behind the other. I think that's silly. Um, but yeah, I think that's really all that they can kind of do is continue to market what they have. Maybe, okay, Megan, I could be wrong, but maybe not spend so much money on your games. You could do that. Yeah, I mean, that's a cutback right there.
Right.
I mean, I put in a lot more time in Vampire Survivors than I put in any PlayStation game this year.
Oof.
I'm playing that
Or
right
last
now.
year. Last couple of years.
Man.
Really. And in that game, you can buy for a few bucks, like $5 for that game. So like I feel like maybe they need to try to get into some of these I mean, remember the PlayStation 4 was for a little while known as the indie station.
Yep.
Maybe you need to touch back up on them roots just a little bit and stop trying to wow everybody with these crazy budgets that come to find out are killing your pockets. Like, sure, it looks great and whatnot, and I'm never going to tell somebody not to strive for the best, but if it's killing you to do it, then
these games
maybe you should back up a little.
And Ham, you've said it, and others said it. Spider-Man 2, yeah, it was cool, but it wasn't like Spider-Man 2018 or like these games are diminishing on originality and flavor. That's what it seems like that's coming out to me. And when I'm playing some of them, I get to it and I'm like, yeah, this is dope, this is great. But then when you play their next generation, it's like, it's okay, it's cool.
It's a great, yeah. Oh, I mean, Loke is right. I should be careful on when I say great and good and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's a really good game. The newest Spider-Man, and I honestly had more fun with it than the 2018 one. I'll be honest with it, but you're hitting me over the head with Spider-Man so much that, I mean, look around. Who's talking about it right now?
No one. Nobody.
Nobody's talking about it because the wow factor was like the wow factor of Spider-Man was Miles Morales when the PS5 first came out. That was, oh, we got that and remastered, and Spider-Man looks totally different than he did before.
Yeah.
Right? Like that was the wow. This time around, it's like, well, we anticipate the quality of Insomniac. Pretty good story, kind of weird in some areas, but it's just like it's starting to hit like just another Spider-Man game instead of man, like where's this IP been, and they came out and knocked it out of the park. Like, in my opinion, I feel like maybe the way that they kind of set themselves up for their games at Insomniac may have kind of been in a weird order, because I feel like it would have been more beneficial for Spider-Man not to hit us over the head 3 times in a row with it.
Hey, Ham, have you heard?
Well, 4
Spider-Man,
because Venom's going to come out this year.
It's supposed to come out next year.
Hey, Ham, has you heard anybody really talk about the God of War DLC?
I've seen a few.
I haven't heard.
I've heard some people
talk. I've
seen some people talk about it, and I've heard several actually good things about that DLC.
Yeah, I heard a few things, but you think they would be talking about that a lot?
Well, it wasn't that much to talk
you over here
about.
changing my topic.
But it ain't enough to really go off and say like and talk about it.
It's
like
free,
you could
so like
right.
Yeah, so it's you know.
But a lot of games get free DLC, and if it's really, really, really spectacular, you hear about that DLC to make people say, okay, maybe I should buy this, the God of War finally, the Ragnarok, since I got this extension to the game, and check it out and put more money in Sony pocket. But I'm not hearing nobody really supporting that DLC to get. So the people that never bought the God of War Ragnarok,
it's free, so therefore they'll support free. I mean, you got to support.
But you got to have the main. But you got to have the main game. Some people didn't buy the main game to go along with this God of War.
Look, another thing, K Mega, that will help save PlayStation money that they will be doing is going digital.
Let's go.
They're going to be going completely digital. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody wants to make more hardware or, pieces of plastic discs to throw in. Like, look at God of War, the Jotner edition, right? That like $400, $500 version of the God of War that came with the hammer didn't come with a disc.
Nope.
Same with Horizon, I believe, didn't come with a disc. So I think that's going to be another part of PlayStation that saves a lot of money, is going digital completely. There's going to be a lot of things that they're going to have to adjust. And I think we'll see that within the next year or so. But I'm really interested currently with Sony with how they're going to try to appease the people with the PlayStation Pro, because that to me is just I don't need it.
A lot of people ain't going to need it like they didn't need the other PlayStation Pro, but we'll see. But I mean, but again, this is going back to the last topic of what I was saying. There's some Xbox super fans and content creators that can be easily duped, and the first Digital Foundry video that shows that the PlayStation Pro is outperforming the Xbox, they're going to completely ignore anything else about PlayStation shortcomings and only focus on that, because the stands know that's what that they can get them on there, because they're so easily duped like that, man. Like, I don't understand how they don't understand these strategies, and because they've seen it every day. We see it every day. Then when we get on social media and a PlayStation, what is the first thing they talk about? Sales. What is the first thing they talk about? Xbox is going to be, well, there's a new thing about Xbox being done in 2027, but they'll talk about that until 2027 comes. And when Xbox has a new console drop, or, they're going to have Oblivion or whatever, Elder Scrolls or whatever the hell that's going to be the next big game that's going to drop, then it's going to be something else. So I don't know. Great points.
The people got the mindset of Sony corporate. Right. It's all about the hardware. It's all about the hardware. Back then, when Sony was trying to conquer everything with its original PlayStation, it was all about the software to gain the market. The hardware was last. They we got to get software to get people to play this. Now it's reversing itself over 30 years. Now it's all about the hardware. This peripheral, that peripheral, buy this one, buy that one, instead of thinking about the software to make a product for you. You have, a good number of developers that's been telling you over time what kind of games we want to put out, what kind of games we want to help, so we can get more people into our, so we can get more money to make development. And people get hooked on some of these games, especially the older classics being revived or being brought back. And then you have the innovation of PC along with that where more console games are going to PC, but you're slow to the loop. So now, whenever you decide to stop doing that to bring some of those older IPs that people have been begging you for, you might be a little bit too late for the party, because Xbox has their old IP and they're bringing brand new IP, and you're getting caught behind. And that's your biggest problem. And I was seeing that 2.5 years ago what Sony was doing. And I'm not going to say what I've been saying, but it kind of almost came to fruition. So you're going to have to start moving fast, Sony. If you want to you'll still be in the market, but if you want to be more relevant towards the future, you can't think hardware, because it's not hardware anymore, because of the way people play their games now. And they've been doing it before Game Pass like that. A lot more people been playing PC games. A lot more people. You didn't have cell phones like this back then. A lot of people are playing games on cell phones now. That's also contributing to where the gaming market share is. And Microsoft saw that, and they started moving into that innovation realm because they knew where everything was going. Microsoft is a very methodical and patient company. They have always been that way. And then they plan their stuff accordingly. It takes time for them to get where they want to get to. But with Microsoft, it's trial and error. Let's try this, see how this works. Sony was stuck in the same platform forever. Console, no software. Like they were doing back then when they were really trying to strive. When they were competing against the 360, it took about 1.5 years to get themselves together, but then they started to hit it. Now it's like it's reversed for Sony. It's like Microsoft was where Sony was in the PS3 and the Xbox 360 days, but then Sony snuck up and finally got to the top of that generation. But now it's reversed. Sony jumped to the top of the generation since the PS1. And then they started falling off, and regressing to what they used to do that was strong. And I don't want to see them go nowhere, because eventually I'll get a PlayStation 5, but they've got to stop thinking the old, okay, forgive me for saying this, grandpa way. They have to start thinking in the newer generation where the newer generation is going. You don't have your old hats like me. Okay, nigga. But you have to start growing with the times. And I'm sorry, Jim Ryan was trying to put you there after he kind of helped you with your budget to get you some more money in the coffers. He was doing good financial wise, but I saw the way I could tell he was fighting with the main people in Japan. You could tell because what they do, get rid of them. So unless they can look toward the future and create innovation on their platform, and catch up with the trend as quick as they can, not no 6-year plan, but at least maybe 2 years, start building your plan to survive. That's what you got to do. I'm done. Go ahead, Kay.
All right. Let me go to. I'm going to go to Viper next, but let me read this from Chris Coleman. You know what I'm saying? Because he was such a look at the completion rates of PlayStation games. If you want to see what players really think, around 45% completion rate for Ragnarok. Okay, so Ragnarok, Spider-Man. What was the completion rate for Horizon? What was the completion rate for Ratchet and Clank? What was the completion rate for Returnal? What was the completion rate for Demon Souls? What was the completion rate for
Hellblade?
Not Hellblade. No, that's last gen. I'm talking about for this generation. For Miles Morales. You know what? Those are in those charts. Miles Morales was not impressive. Miles Morales was not impressive. You know what I'm saying? Again, when it started with the PlayStation 5, shit went left. Shit went down. What's the completion rate for Final Fantasy VII Remake? Hell, what's the completion rate for Final Fantasy 16? What's the completion rate for Forspoken? What do you think the Stellar Blade's going to be? They might get a lot of hours from a lot of freakazoids out there that want to see her thickness and yams, but that don't mean they're going to beat the game. They just going to watch her walk around and jump and shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna sit there and get they going to get busy other ways because they freakazoids. They need women in their life.
Be too sore to complete the game.
Boy, them hands are gonna be.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that.
So, what a soul aside, what's that completion rate is going to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the only completion rate is going to be high. Is going to be Madden, NBA 2K. It's
going to be Pornhub. That's going to completion rate. Pornhub on the PlayStation.
And Call of Duty, bro. Call of Duty, and who owns Call of Duty? Thank you. And Overwatch and other stuff, Diablo. Right? Like Diablo. Let's go. Whatever. The reality, I don't know. Let me go to you on this one, Dark. What should Sony do to get those engagement numbers back up to what the PlayStation 4 was? Because I mean, the PlayStation 4 was just overly dominant. Like when you look at the difference,
it was a beast. I give it to him.
It was a monster.
It was a beast.
What can PlayStation 5 do, brother?
It's interesting because Ham brought up a good point about digital. And digital, if you look at the console, if you look at the not the digital version of the console, but the physical disc version of the console, that disc drive is literally just slapped on there. Just slapped it right on there and said, here you go, here's your physical. So I think, and even like the new ones, they're detachable. The disk drive is detachable. You can literally open it up and detach it. I think they are definitely gearing people up for digital. They are definitely saying, hey, listen, if you don't buy your games digital, oh well, And he also brought up a great point about the collector's editions of these games. Most of their collector's editions of their exclusive games, all of them, at least this generation, have been digital. No physical copy of the game. So that's the direction that they're going, and I think I don't know if it's going to work out for them as much. The thing that I think of that they could possibly do to get more people to buy games and stuff would be what they're trying to do, which is make more multiplayer games. Because clearly that's what the majority of PlayStation gamers are playing. Fortnite, Call of Duty, Madden, NBA 2K, those kind of games. People like me and Rock and Persona and Jabari and all that. Yeah, we buy, these games. We buy, games like Grand Blue Fantasy, and we'll go out and we'll buy these, all these other games. We'll buy third-party games because we love those, we love third-party games. But the reality is that a majority of the people that are buying PlayStations aren't buying these games. Like, I want to know what the sales numbers are going to be when Grand Blue Fantasy Relink comes out, because I almost guarantee you, I guarantee you, it's going to be tragic.
Trash.
It's going to be
I'm going to buy it when
tragic.
it comes to Xbox. I'm going to buy that game when it comes to Xbox.
I don't think.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, those games.
Yeah, I highly doubt. Only because of the fact that it's
No, that game
only
is...
because of the fact that it's Cygames, and Cygames for some reason has a problem with
Xbox
putting games on Xbox. I don't know what it is.
Yep. There'll be years from now.
It seems like that's what it's going to be. I really don't know what PlayStation can do to have people buy more games on their console, because I mean, I could sit here and say multiplayer, but is that really even gonna make a dent? Is that even really gonna do anything at all?
Until they can get some of their people away from Call of Duty and Madden and the Fortnites of the world, it's gonna be hard.
Right, and that's the thing, is it's gonna be really hard to do that. And that's that's the reality of it, is that people think, oh well, people are buying PlayStations for their exclusives. No, they're not. They're not buying it for their exclusives. They're buying it for these multiplayer experiences like Fortnite and Call of Duty and stuff, because that's where their friends are playing, or because that's the popular brand. Really, that's what it is. It's Sony's like Apple, right? It's just popular. It's a popular brand.
Yes.
It's literally. I'm not saying that Sony is exactly like Apple. I'm just saying, in terms of popularity, that's what it is. It's a popular brand, and that's why people gravitate towards it. So it's definitely going to be a hard. It's going to be a hard uphill battle for them. I'm not sure, man. I'm still gonna support their exclusive games. I'm still gonna do my best to buy the games that I want to play and stuff. But yeah, I think to get more people to buy those games, I really don't know what they can.
See, I like that's a good, honest question. Like, what I'm saying? That's what we do here at GRG. We're honest about the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I know that there's some that wants the 3 triangles, 3 horizons, 3 octagons, three roly-polies. I have no idea. But these are the facts.
Did you really just say 3 roly-polies?
I don't know. So
you thinking triangles, and all I can trash. Are you a tinky winky? Winky.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, some of these dudes is gonna, when that Stellar Blade come out, some of these zesty dudes might get back to sterner stuff. I don't know. Well, but they hands will be sore there, because they ain't that completion rate gonna be bad for them. So they need to hurry up, bring that on the Xbox. Well, you know what I'm saying.
They shouldn't have forgot about the players on PS4, K-Mega.
Well, see,
when they were transitioning some of them games over.
I'm finna go lastly to Viper on this, but I do want to make this point, and I don't think anybody, because I said this.
Well, that's hold on one second. Chris Coleman says something in the chat, right?
Yeah.
And I literally just said it. It's because PlayStation is the popular brand.
Right.
That's it.
Right. That's it.
That's why they're selling better than the Series S and Series X.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, another thing too that he made, he was like, well, PlayStation sells 90% of the PlayStation 5 consoles with disk drive. Okay, that's cool, but their engagement is so poor. And one of the reasons what was helping PlayStation was the crossplay. Crossplay is done now. This is all PlayStation 5, baby. They ain't gonna get those.
You mean cross-gen?
I mean cross-gen. Cross-gen is all over. It's just number PlayStation 5 numbers now, and they got the consoles, absolutely, but that engagement is so bad. So you know what I'm saying? So like that's why Sony, like when people were talking about what Xbox was doing, not giving up those numbers, if these numbers aren't satisfactory to Sony, they're going to start doing the same thing. So it is what it is. But Viper, and of course, when you look at the sales 50-50 or whatever, it's like what Dark was just telling you. They sell more consoles. It's a popular brand. But when you sell these many consoles, you would think that there will be more people playing all different types of games, but they don't. And that is the sad part of having a casual console, is that casual gamers will only buy those certain games that they trust and they like. And obviously the majority of PlayStation games that comes out aren't appealing to them.
And that's why Apple's a casual brand, because it's popular and they don't, they just cater to the user friendly type of people.
Right. But unlike
now, like K Mega said, 2 of their bigger games are Microsoft now. Microsoft games. Right. Call of Duty and Minecraft.
Well, it goes back to my point of saying that Xbox is going to malnourish their ass by putting some of those games on PlayStation to recoup that money. There ain't nothing. I don't see nothing wrong with them making their money to sustain their stability in the market and to get that market share to be number one. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But Viper.
But K Mega, are you like me?
What?
Real quick, just let Microsoft keep their big bangers on their exclusive console.
They know that. Listen, I think it's asinine for anybody to think that Xbox is going to put games like Halo, Gears, Hellblade, Starfield, and other games like that. Yeah, Forza and shit like that on PlayStation. It's never happening. You know what I'm saying? But if you got games like High Five Rush that should have been supported more, if it doesn't come, or let's just say Avowed. Let's say Avowed doesn't get supported. Put that shit on everything. So it can get a sequel. If Xbox gamers don't want to sit there and don't want to put up and shut up, then put that shit, teach them a lesson. Put that shit on other platforms so they can get the hell out of here and just get their PC.
If you want, send Indiana Jones over there. Let them have that. They like single player games anyway.
We'll see what they do with that. I think that Blade and Indiana Jones will most likely stay exclusive, but we'll find out.
Those two, I hope so myself. You're right.
Yeah, the petty side of me definitely wants it to be. But anyway, finish us off on this one, Viper. Your thoughts? What can PlayStation do with their engagement situation?
How about make better games?
Oh shit! Come on now, don't do that.
I mean, the fact is that
come on, man.
Just like you were saying with the completion rate of some of these games, like let's go to someone that these ponies love to, support and say he's one of their own. Let's look at MBG and what he said about Spider-Man 2. He said, I wish I could talk about Spider-Man 2, but to be honest, I didn't like it that much. That was his quote on his show. And it's all over Twitter. The fact is, he wasn't impressed with Spider-Man 2. So maybe stop dealing with a company called Sweet Baby Inc. Maybe maybe find some better writers. maybe stop trying to cater to certain people. Stop trying to, you know, do all of these games that are probably not going to succeed that well. Why don't you just try to make the games that are going to be enjoyable for you, first of all, because that's the main reason why people make games in the first place, is because they make something that they feel is fun to them. And if it is fun to you, I can guarantee you some other people may be interested in that game. But if you're just doing it just to make the money, the fun is not in it. So I think they need to get back to the independent standpoint and say, hey, let's try to make a game that's fun. Learn how to stop being so, it consumed with the money and how much money you're going to get back from this game. Let's try to lower the development costs. You can do something simple like, how about this? I know of a specific game that came on Game Pass. Not many people talked about it, but it was a fun game, and it's a simple game. You ever heard of Narita Boy?
No.
Okay, that's a game that was on Game Pass. It's gone now, but the fact is that
Oh
it was
yeah,
a
I
very
did. Yes, I did. It had the blue background and look, yeah, it almost reminded me of a Tron background, but it was a
yes.
yeah, guys. Yeah. Okay, I do remember that. Yeah, because I said I was going to play
So,
that, and then I got lost and forgot it. Yeah, forgot about
see,
it.
I actually bought it because I liked it so much, and I knew
Hmm.
that it was going to leave Game Pass,
Hmm.
so I bought it, and I love that game. So if anybody wants to know, Narita Boy, another game, Sea of Stars,
Yes.
simple in terms of graphic style for both games. One's an RPG, one's a side scroller that's an action adventure side scroller. Why don't you get back to the roots of gaming first of all? You can minimize the cost of production. You can put out something that could possibly make a lot of money and be fun for people. And then you could be making money on a consistent basis by putting stuff into your service. Because when people start subscribing to PlayStation Plus, I can guarantee you're going to be making money constantly every single month. Everybody wants to talk about how why would people in first place follow people in third place? It seems like the person in third place is coming up.
They
The
don't even have
person
vampire survivors over there, Viper.
exactly. They don't have vampire survivors. So you tell me, is first place doing the thing that's right, or is it third place? Because third place realizes that they've got to
Vampire Survivors
compete.
is on PlayStation.
Is it?
They
I didn't
finally
know that.
got
When
it.
when did
Yeah,
they
it's
get
on
it
there.
in?
It was, I think, maybe a month or two after it came out on Xbox and PC.
And yet
Oh,
nobody over in PlayStation is talking about Vampire
I don't hear
Survivors.
nobody talk about that game
Yeah,
No,
anyway.
I don't see any PlayStation person talking about that game. Yeah, so I didn't know if it was good or
well,
Exactly.
not.
that's because they don't have a Game Pass. That's why nobody's talking about it.
The game is cheap
But the
enough for
game is
them to
only $3 to
not.
$5, dude.
The game's $5, and then they've got expansions to it. I
I
was
It's
mean,
just playing.
you guys are also content with just anything on Xbox. So I'm
Oh
just,
oh
my
my
God, here we
god.
going.
I had to throw that out there.
I see that. Okay,
In
go.
Fresh
Please,
But
Junior.
please
no,
finish. Please
but
finish.
here's the thing: is that you need to have a variety of things. And what does Game Pass do for you? It gives you variety.
Variety.
You're not
Yes.
stuck to all the sad dad simulators. You're not stuck to the over-the-shoulder third-person action adventure um, movie type game. You don't have all these damn cutscenes in every single game on Xbox. We're not sitting here trying to watch a movie. We're sitting here wanting to play a game to immerse ourselves into this environment. And if you are just going to have the thing play in front of us like a movie, then there is no point for us to buy the game. There's no point for us to even play the game because we're not even playing. So
I think Crossfire X would have done a lot better if it was on Game Pass.
Crossfire X was on Game Pass.
Was it on Game Pass?
It was
Yeah,
on Game
I don't know
Pass.
what
It
you're
was just,
talking about right now.
it was
just one of the
just
stories was on Game
That's
Pass.
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, not all 3 stories was on Game Pass. Matter of fact, because this is
not all 3 of them were.
This is gameplay from Crossfire X. So
well, yeah, but
put the whole
Crossfire X actually was a better version on PC than it was when they brought it to Xbox.
No,
they didn't give us the full version.
Well, no, this was a whole different game. This was different than the PC.
The PC version is fire.
Well, it's popular, but that game wouldn't have done nowhere near because that's not what console players like to play. They made the game more like Call of Duty, but it took so long for the development of it. But the stories were fire because this is the gameplay. This is one of the stories from the gameplay of Crossfire X. So
yeah, I played some of them. They were cool as fuck.
Really, really, really good. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Viper.
And in addition to that, day and date on your service. If you don't want to put your own games in your service, then what's the point of having the service in the first place? You know, PlayStation gamers say they don't want to. They don't get a system to play old games. Well, the majority of the stuff that's on the PlayStation Plus, I said majority, not all of it, but majority of it are old games. So put something new in there. The more people engaged in your service, that's the more revenue you got coming in every single month. With Game Pass, Microsoft is making over $3 billion right now. Just on Game Pass every month. Over $3 billion. So they basically have enough to pay for at least 3, no, more than 3. They're able to pay for basically all their AAA games that they're gonna make within the next 5 years, just off of 1 month. Because think about it, how much did Spider-Man cost? $325 million to make.
330 million. Yep.
Oh, 330. Okay.
Yep.
How much did God of War cost? How much did Ratchet and Clank cost? They said that the prices are going up. Development costs are going up.
Sean Layton told us that, yeah.
Exactly. So then why are you not looking at what third place is doing? Because third place is catching up right now. It's after they bought ABK, they've actually beaten Tencent now. They're number 1 in terms of the number 1 company in the world. They've beaten Apple. So if number 3 has just beat Tencent, they're technically number 2 now. So trying to figure out what is it that Sony is not seeing and why are they being so damn stubborn not to look at what Microsoft is doing and actually implement some of the things that Microsoft does. Jim Ryan was trying to do that with these live service games. Now, granted, he went about it the wrong way, but those live service games could have saved their butts. They could be making money constantly every month, or actually every day. Just like look at Diablo 4. How much did people spend on microtransactions with Diablo 4? Didn't somebody spend about 15,000?
Oh yeah, there was somebody spent. Yeah, no, they made tons of money on that game.
Exactly. So bring out a game that's going to be fun. Put stuff into your service. Cut back on the big transactions that you're making on these games. Make smaller games. They don't have to be this big elaborate Hollywood thing. Try your best to make games fun. And I can guarantee you people are going to come back in droves to play the games that you've got. Go back into the wheelhouse of games that you had in PlayStation 1. I bet you a lot of people are going to want Parappa the Rapper. A lot of people are going to want to, to play Jack and
Colony
Daxter.
Wars.
To what?
Colony Wars.
Yes, Colony Wars.
You know what?
We've
talked about what Sony should be doing for years, and Sony ain't listening to y'all. I mean, Sony just ain't listening to y'all. How many times have they asked for a SOCOM and shit like that? They're not listening to the gamers. They're not listening to. They're doing what they feel that is best for them. They know that the big budget games is what hits for them, but you know what I'm saying. But and then what they did, if they sold their soul to the big budget game, and now it's almost about to be a tragic story.
They put themselves in a triangle that it's hard for them to get out.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. Because I want to have one more thing, and we got to get out of here. Because I was saying we didn't want to do a 3-hour podcast, but I mean, we got 10 minutes. We're gonna still do close to 3 hours because it's 10:50. But I want to just ask, and this is a simple question for anybody. Like, it's basically just talking about do y'all guys feel that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has a shot of any success?
I played it. Let me talk about it.
I played it too, but go ahead.
I played it.
No,
it doesn't. I honestly think, for me personally, it's just it felt so much like a free-to-play game, but not being a free-to-play game. With menus upon menus of things. And yeah, granted, you couldn't use any of that stuff in the alpha, whatever. But I understand that it's a gas game. I understand that. I get it. But for me, it's like, why charge that much money, $70, which that's how much it's going to be, and then on top of that, charge people more money for skins and other things like Avengers did. And look how that turned out. Yeah, granted, Avengers' story was actually decent if you played it. But once you got to that end game, that's when it changed. And I feel like a lot of that stuff in the game is repetitive. Very repetitive. Enemies are repetitive. The traversal it's basically shoot melee traversal, shoot melee traversal, shoot melee traversal, traversal melee shoot, kind of thing, where you're just you're not staying stagnant, and you're not just you're not staying stagnant at all. Like, if you really want to play the game, you have to move around because you're gonna get killed. But to me, that is not a fun experience. And I'm only speaking for myself, and I think most people are probably gonna. I think there are gonna be a lot of people who are gonna like it. What's gonna be interesting is to see what happens after that initial bump that it gets. How many people are really gonna stick to it? Yeah, granted, it is a DC game. It's definitely superhero characters, right? I get that. But I just don't know how much people are going to be like, yeah, I don't think I want to buy, especially if the microtransactions in the game are expensive, like Avengers was. And a lot of that stuff was just not even cosmetic at all. Stuff, it was just you put it on your character, and then it was like, oh, okay, it didn't change the look of my character at all. So I'm interested to see where it goes, but for me personally, I ain't buying that shit.
Okay. Anybody else get a chance to play it?
Man, you done broke Mega's heart.
No, you didn't break my heart. Dark does not like multiplayer games like that. So I knew he was going. I knew what he was going to say. So I knew he wasn't going to like it.
But I do like looter shooters.
Right. But this is not so much. This is not a looter shooter.
I felt like it was going to. I know that, and I thought it was going to be more like that, but it's not.
Oh no, that's not a looter shooter. No. So
Did it feel like Crackdown, guys? Because every time I see it, it looks like a Crackdown.
It can be kind of Crackdown-ish.
It feels like a better version of Crackdown 3.
It does.
You shut your mouth and stop insulting Crackdown.
No,
I'm serious. I'm serious about it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's nobody else has played it. And see, I'm gonna see. I know the game comes out on the 30th. I'm gonna see if I can reach out to Ubisoft and I can show the gameplay because I recorded like 3 hours of gameplay. I played. I don't know, 10, 11 hours of that game. I like it. Now, I don't think the game is going to do well because of the fact that it isn't what people was wanting. It's kind of like how I was telling people how you got to play Gotham Knights in order to appreciate it. And then started last year when it went in Game Pass, people were all here like, oh, you know what? This game isn't as bad as what everybody was saying. Of course, Gotham Knights was really a good game. It just was because people were bringing up that silly shit about the 60-30 thing with a single player game or a game that you could play co-op. And, it's a story game. It shouldn't matter. With this, it's the same thing, but it's not because of the 60-30 thing. It's because people want it to be like Gotham, like Arkham. They want to play as Harley Quinn in a story or with the Justice League with them. That's what some of these people that will,
I mean, there is a story there though.
It is a story, and it's funny too. Yeah. Like the shit is pretty funny. Like Harley Quinn is a damn fool. I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was pretty funny. Harley Quinn is a fool, but I did not know King Shark was that intelligent. Like I didn't, I don't really follow the Suicide Squad like that, except for just watching the movies. So and the way he sounded like a dumb oaf in the movie. But he's intelligent as hell in the game. Like he was over here talking, he's just kind of naive. Like he's a really intelligent being, but he's just naive because he don't know about like land dwellers, like just from that perspective and stuff like that. But and you're right, Dark. What I will say to you is that the thing that's what's going to get the game is because of the microtransactions. Because if you're going to be greedy with it, if you're going to ask people to pay $70 or more, then you got to give them the world, man. You got to give them as much, especially with a new IP that you possibly can get. Then hit them to get them invested into the game. But right off the bat, if you're going to start asking them for the world and all, nobody's going to touch that game like that. Even as enjoyable as I had a good time playing it, because at first I was feeling what Dark was saying, you jumping around, you're doing kind of the same shit. But then but that was kind of like a tutorial that I did. And then when you got past the part, when it got into the story and you had to leave the city, that shit got intense. That little boss to get out of the city was pretty intense. And then when you started dealing with the Justice League themselves, like that was pretty, the exchanges, the conversation, I liked it. I thought, because I want something unique, different. And right when they were showing the game from the get, I was already in because it's not the same old, same old. I don't want everything to be single player, over the shoulder, blah, 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 blah. I want more variety. You can go back to that. I have no problem with that, but not everything has to be the same thing. So that's my thought on it. Anybody else want to touch on it? Like, I mean, Sarx, man, is it something that you would be interested in at all?
Not right away. I'd wait for it to either, I'll listen to what people say about it once the real game comes out. And, and I'll pick it up on a sale if I hear responses. That's about it.
Okay. Ham. Your last thoughts on it, man. What do you think? Is it something that you're going to be interested in whatsoever?
So I said this on my channel earlier. I don't think this game's gonna be the bee's knees, and I think
Hopefully,
it kind of set itself up in the wrong light. Like when they showed off that game, they showed it off as like a game where it's just you and your friends running around. You know what else did that? The finals, and it's free.
Oh,
oh
oh,
damn, yeah. And
oh,
the finals
oh
is
God.
killing it. Finals is great.
And finals is hot right now.
Finals is
Finals is
hot.
hot.
Yeah.
So it's just like I feel like the story side of it was never taken too serious. So like to get into this game thinking I'm getting into this game is worth my $70 because of this wasn't really ever there. If you're telling me to spend $70 to play with friends, I already have a ton of other games I can do. But you got to drive me as to like why do I need to feel involved in this story? You pretty much just showed off that you have a bunch of ragtag dudes that are out of their minds and they're actually having to fight the ones that seem to have the right mind. You vomited that out with a few jokes
Mm.
and then gameplay of a bunch of purple people being attacked for the longest time. Or like the UI being like purple everything's purple. Everybody's purple that they're killing. It seemed like they kind of fixed that a little bit,
Yeah.
but although they fixed that, they didn't really fix that first impression. And first impressions are extremely important, especially when it comes to a game that you're trying to do live service on. I felt like, man, if you're trying to do live service, don't do it like everybody else is trying to do it, especially if you're trying to stand out. And they really leaned hard into the microtransactions and hey, you can put a Superman suit on the shark. Like I don't care about that. That's not making their whole showcase that they had with PlayStation last year didn't incentivize me to buy the game. It incentivized me to buy stuff after buying the game. And I'm like, I don't even like this yet. And you're already telling me to buy stuff for this game. So I've just felt like they came off with the wrong impression. And see, this is why it's kind of true about what you said about like Gotham Knights and stuff like that, right? Where it's like you set this kind of precedent, and Gotham Knights is less guilty of it than this game because Gotham Knights got caught up in the is this really next gen or not? That's not even part of this conversation as much. I feel some people are running with that just because it looks similar to some other games and whatnot. But
Oh,
I
it
feel
looks
like a lot of
great.
people lost, like got disconnected with this game just based off of like what you decided to show off when when you gave everybody a preview of this game. The exact same thing happened to Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. You show
Ah,
off this game wrong,
yeah.
and you're gonna and especially a superhero game after the Avengers, you show off the game in a wrong light, it's it's doom from the get-go. But then on top of it, you show it off in a bad light and then ask for money from the jump, you avengers yourself. From the start, you avenged yourself. And it's just they didn't they didn't get me, and I feel like I'm not even that mad at the game. Or like I'm not even somebody that was really looking forward to this. I feel bad for those that were like kind of looking forward to this and just what they seen, like whether the game is good or not. What they seen just wasn't enticing to be like, man, I need to beat this game. I need to get into this story. Like other than all of the good guys turned bad, what do you got for me? That's all I really gotta say, Kid. Just it's just like it just didn't feel like it really hit the spot when it came to like, man, I feel
Assignment.
like I need to be one of these characters in the game. They kind of vomited it out like these are just a bunch of ass hats and here's a gun.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't taking it that far because but you know you've known me long enough, Ham, and I know the rest of the panel. They know me. I am all about variety, different. Give me something different. Like I don't want the same shit over and over and over again. Like yeah, will I play Call of Duty? Yeah, that's the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'll play Madden. That's my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. NBA 2K. Yeah, but you know there's still differences in those games. And you know, you can only change football and basketball and Call of Duty so much, right? But when it comes to like if I'm playing a single player experience, I don't want to jump to the next single player experience and be reminiscent of that same experience. So then I get burnt out really quick. You know what I'm saying? And so when I see this game, I'm looking and I'm saying, I can get into this. This would be something I could sink hours into, get lost into it, have a good time with friends, do this and that. But yeah, the presentation was not good. And you made the perfect point when you said Guardians of the Galaxy, because I have still not played that game yet. I booted it up and I looked and I said, oh my God, this game is beautiful. But I have not gone back because of the first impression.
Bro, you should play that game, man. That game is good, man.
It's probably one of the best. It's probably one of the best superhero games this generation.
Well, that's the thing, though. But the presentation was so bad. I'm like, and so, but you know, that's how I felt about Gotham Knights. Is amazing. Like, I'm like, it is so dope. Like, is it the best? No, I wouldn't put it there because I haven't played everything. But another thing too was where Avengers had the right recipe in the sense of the story was slapping. The story was fucking amazing, graphically, everything. I love that game, story wise. It was the online, and they didn't know what the hell they were doing, and the fact that they allowed Sony to sit there and take away an iconic character, and then you just had all of it. Then you went overboard with the microtransactions, got greedy, and it killed the game. It killed it. So. Yeah, so I don't know, but I don't think that this game is going to be successful. This game definitely needs a Game Pass and a PlayStation Plus after 2 months, after the third month, like right after, like put that shit.
He said so soon.
Soon, because I'm going to play it. Am I going to buy it? I want to. But you know,
$70 is ambitious to ask for all
that. Right. And like I said, I played it. I enjoyed it. I'm like, okay, this game got some chops. I was having a blast playing it, and the variance of playing with, like, you want to play with Boomerang or King Shark or Harley or Deathstroke, or I think it's Deathstroke, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much variances between those characters. You know what I'm saying? But then there's some moments when you're looking at it, like, I do not like the run animation in the game. The run animations look corny. They look really weird to me. But the combat is dope. Like, Boomerang is really, you would think that he would be simplistic. He's very, very technical on how you use him. Harley Quinn is really fun, the way that you traverse across the screen and stuff. I see all the potential in it. But, you know, that first impression, people have already given it, and I just don't think this game is still going to succeed. And especially when you got, I can't remember what comes out on the 2nd and 3rd of February, but I know that they're notable games. And then you got Tekken 8 that I think is going to break records on the 26th. Like, that game ain't going to be bullshit. That game is going to hit. And then you're going to have other games, because I'm buying because I got the collector's edition. So, so like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to pick it up somewhere on the cheap, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, if I can. If not, then I'm just going to have to hope that it gets to wait for a sale, and hopefully that it sustains until then, or they need to put it on They need to put that shit on a service, man, because I think it's gonna get cooked because the media is already cooking it, and fan perception is just not very great. So and I hate that, you know what I'm saying, because I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna hit up damn it, I forgot who's making it. Warner Brothers, and see if I can show the gameplay without getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So because like I said, I recorded it. I would like to show it because I like it. I'm not here to demean it and let people decide. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Great show, great first show back. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to be back. It always does. I love talking about games. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Ham Solo, man, where can they find you at, brother?
Yeah, definitely. You can find me here every Friday on the Crossover podcast, where we're either here or on my channel every Mondays. Mm-hmm. But my channel is TSWS Gaming on YouTube here. I do shows throughout the week over there. I've been dropping more videos as of lately, so go over there, check out that channel, see if you like it or whatever. But I have all different types of different people come on, show their gaming history or share their gaming history, and talk about all different types of stuff, whether it's gaming or just like personal stuff as well. Sometimes pretty fun.
Excellent.
Go ahead and check it out.
Excellent. All right. Go check out Ham Solo for sure. Link is in the description. Go hit him up. Dark Optimus, man, where can they find you at other than the gutter with the rest of them stands?
I'm more like the you know how they have those gutter rails at the bowling alley? I'm more like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just don't hit with a head of a bowling ball.
Just guide me through, man. But no, you guys can find me on Twitter at Dark Optimus. You can also find me on Xbox and PlayStation at the same name. And as always, K Mega, it is a blast podcasting with you, brother.
No doubt, man. It's been fun. All right, Sir X-Man. You know what I'm saying? It's time for that Grand Crack. Well, it's cold outside, so we don't need no milk. You need some warm for that iron belly of yours. So we're gonna need that tomato soup and those saltine crackers. So man, we're gonna have to go ahead and let you go to bed. Miss Patty. We
I ain't going to bed, asshole.
Oh, yeah, you going to bed. Miss Patty just texted me and said she is knocking on your door here in a few minutes.
It sounded like you just woke him up.
Yeah,
from a nap.
No, I'm awake.
Yeah, anyway, where can they find your old ass at?
I don't know. I'll be floating around these streets somewhere.
Oh, you right.
I owe you an apology, K Mega.
Why's that?
I accidentally downloaded that demo for Taken. I haven't played it yet, but I have it now.
Okay.
I'm sorry I pushed that button.
But there ain't nothing
to sorry about. Taken?
Tekken.
You said Taken.
The best game ever made. The best game ever made.
Dude.
Bro, I'm telling you, Tekken 8 is everything, man. Tekken 8 is special. Out of all the fighters that's come out that's been really good,
Capcom,
bro,
dude. Don't even try.
Man, Street Fighter, as great as Street Fighter 6 is, Tekken 8 is gonna blow that shit out the water. As solid as Mortal Kombat 1 is, especially story wise, Tekken 8, oh my god, bro, they ain't bullshitting. They are not playing. The mighty Harada is not playing. I am telling you right now, this is, and this will be, the best fighter.
Oh Lord, help me, Jesus Christ,
of all time.
Oh,
Tekken 8.
Jesus Christ.
All right, man. All right, and then last but not least, you know what I'm saying? Viper. He does not play fighting games. He doesn't like sports. I don't even know why he's on this podcast now. Where can they find you at, sucker?
Damn.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
So fucked up, dude.
It is messed up.
So, you'll find me dumping the bodies left and right every single day.
Did you say pumping bodies?
He did.
Dumping.
bodies.
No, he said pumping, and he said.
I wonder what
he
kind
said-
of bodies those
he said
bodies are.
He said
I wonder what
dumping
kind of bodies those are.
and wiping. That's what he said. Because remember,
Yeah, the wiper.
the wiper.
The wiper.
That's
The
kind of
duffel
fucked up,
wiper.
dude. That's so
Get it
fucked
out
up, y'all.
Get it out of your system right now, because remember, y'all.
That's
gonna
your
be-
job to get it out of their system. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh man, so I got your ass.
Oh,
I got to bring me some toilet paper, man, for when I'm introducing Ham Solo. I mean, not Ham Solo, but Viper. You know what I'm saying? So, AKA the wiper. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Viper, man. Go ahead. I know.
Yeah. Laugh it up. Because y'all gonna need somebody.
Oh, man, you're
And
right.
it'll be me. And
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
stand over here and I'm gonna be like, oh, we got something to say now, don't you? Oh, you're sitting in the pile of shit now. Oh,
And it's your job to clean it up.
nope.
No, man.
Oh, oh.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that was it? That's how you ended it?
That was
Damn.
it. That was
Oh,
it.
okay. All right. Well, damn. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. GRG is back. We will be back next week. Monday, we'll be on Ham Solo's channel. It's his turn now to do the crossover. You know what I'm saying? I'll get in contact with Don. We'll probably do the Devin the Gamer the week after. And then, yes, do not forget, Fight Night Sunday will return, but we'll do it on a special night on a Saturday on the 27th, and we'll do it on the 28th. So it's going to be a fighting extravaganza because I've been gone for so long, and I've just got so many fighters to just show you. But you know, most likely I'll be playing mostly Tekken. And then I'll be trying to go back to play Mortal Kombat. When I was actually getting pretty good at it, I'm going to go back and get cooked. And then I'm going to play some Street Fighter, and I'll be cooked for a little bit until I get the rhythm, and I'll start kicking ass there. But there's so many other fighters to have. Killer Kill, Grand Blue versus... what is it? Where's it at? Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. I want to show it off.
Fantasy Rising versus.
Yes, whatever. I'm
What damn name is that? Come on now.
It's a good fighter though. It's a solid fighter. Anyway.
It's Japanese. You know, they convolute everything.
Right. They just make everything so long and shit. Like, yeah, they don't, I know. But yeah, thank you guys so much, man. Listen, it is too cold out there. So y'all got to stay y'all's ass home. So if y'all don't have no strange to that's just down the street, ain't no pants off, dance off popping off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you better have something down the street because it's too cold. It is too.
K-Megan knows about Strange. He used to be a truck driver.
I never touched that Strange.
He used to deal with them lot lizards.
No, I ain't never touched none of that. No, no, sir. No, sir. Now, you know, I told you that one story. I screamed like a woman. Like, I didn't, that woman
I know.
She was hanging
out. She was
baby,
so
you
funny.
want some company? I was like, Jesus Christ, dog, what the hell is that? That was I screamed like a woman, Jack. No joke. Scared the hell. She had these big ass eyes, and she had red lipstick, and she had a face all in the screen, eyes all in the window. I was like, oh my Lord, boy, scared the hell out of me. Anyway, no license to me.
It's gonna be $100.
No. She would have been like maybe about $15. She would have been about 15.
Ooh,
15,
she would've
20.
been like 15.
She would have been 15, 20. I ain't touching that. No. Now I've encountered some strange treats in the club or at a 7-Eleven or at a, you know what I'm saying, at you know what I'm saying, at a Circle K or something like that. But no, you know, or
Are you talking about lot lizards?
No, I've never touched no lot
That's
lizards.
what he said, yeah.
No, I never touched nothing nasty like that, bro.
Sir X-Men, that's all he touches.
I'm a
Lot.
nasty bastard, but I'm a married man now. I'm a married man. Where's my ring? My wife gonna beat me down. Where's my ring? Let me put my ring on and get on out of here.
Wait a minute. What you doing with your ring off, man? Where'd you come from?
I came from my mama's house. I was over here
That
cleaning.
man came from the lot.
He came from the lot.
Came back of the lot. Listen. Anyway. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Thank you. Remember, Enjoy yourself. Well, you know what I'm saying? And man, this is why you have to have a woman at home so you can enjoy the pants off, dance off, get warm together. But for you stands out here, y'all too zesty and y'all waiting for Electronic Arts and blow up dolls. That's too bad for you. The 3 horizons of women that stands don't have. All right, guys, we out. Peace.
Oh.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.